All right, guys, we are here today. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are good today. Oil is at 94.60s. It is non-farm payroll and unemployment day today, guys. Non-farm payrolls and unemployment data goes live in about an hour and 11 minutes. It's a good day. It's a crazy day for markets. We have unemployment data, non-farm payrolls, and more going live. This should move markets. We did a short on this yesterday. If you look at the history of NFP data, like if we look at an NFP graph here, the data's been back and forth. Like we've had a lot of mixed data here, a lot of mixed data. Like, look, we've had a positive number and then a negative number and then a positive number and then a negative number and then a positive number and then a negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. And so today they are expecting not a negative number. It'll be a break in the trend of that data, a break in the trend of that data. They're expecting around 62,000 today. 55 to 62 is what I'm showing here, is what we're expecting today for NFP data. Unemployment rate is expected at 4.3%. That's expected to stay the same. Non-farm payroll is expected around 62,000. We're going to get a look at government payrolls, manufacturing payrolls, private payrolls. A lot of people talk about the U6 unemployment rate. We're going to get that data go live as well here for this report specifically. And so, yeah, it should be a really interesting day. Again, it drops in about an hour. Let's see what happens today, guys. I'm going to do a poll right now. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Are you bullish or bearish?
I'm bullish, and good morning, everybody. How you guys doing?
Are you bullish or bearish on today's NFP labor report? Bull, bear. I'm even going to give the sideliners, the neutral traders, a neutral option today, guys. I'm going to give you a neutral option. You're welcome here. I'm going to just, say it ahead of time. You're welcome for giving you this neutral option. You asked for it. You want it. Here you go. You got a neutral option. There you go. Vote on the poll.
We're all grateful to you, John.
I know, man. Listen. I know. And basically what we had going on today is Iran responded, but it's kind of still up in the air here. So basically what happened is there were two tankers that belonged to Iran near the port of Jask, and the U.S. attacked those areas. At least according to Iran, they said their foreign minister just spoke about 5 minutes ago that said they strongly condemned aggressive actions of the U.S. armies against two oil tankers belonging to Iran near the port of Jask and the attacks against several coastal areas overlooking Hormuz. And so we did get this news as well. But they did respond. We had the Iranian prime minister come out yesterday, and we posted this on our X page, and a couple other people basically saying they're still waiting to respond, but they don't like the proposal is essentially what they said. Markets don't really care though. Oil's still up. NASDAQ is flying this morning. If you look at the NASDAQ here, NASDAQ is up to almost the all-time high levels it hit. Here's all-time highs, and we are literally right there at all-time high levels on the NASDAQ. So yeah, we're at those levels. And remember, today we have U.S. unemployment rate coming out, non-farm payrolls coming out. We had Saeed Abbas Arachi say every time a diplomatic solution is on the table, the U.S. opts for a reckless military adventure. It is a crude pressure tactic or the result of a spoiler. Once again, during the president's quagmire. Whatever the cause, outcome is the same. We never bow to pressure, he says. Yeah.
But so I wonder if we hit or break all-time highs today. I think a very real possibility. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we will almost certainly break all-time highs.
Barring some unforeseen downturn. We may have some kind of tweet or happening. Who knows?
Yeah. IREN and NVIDIA Midwest Strong says all-time highs again. What's up, Raga, Nelly, Jay, Cy, Kevin, Reggie, John, Chris, Hobbs, F, Ja, Zero, World Speech, Deckers, Matthew, Nikki, Steve, Blaze. Da, Pawn, Ava, Gamer, Big Slum, Chris, Stuff, K, MVK, Jonathan, Yee, Catalina, George, Keith, DX, Techies, Sabars, Luke. Good morning, my friends. Hit the like button. Do it now. Hit the like button. Do it now. Want to be a trader? What's up, dude? Todd, Pew, Edson, Rami, JJ. Why is the market back up? It's I don't freaking know at this point in time, brother. I don't freaking know. All right, so basically what happened overnight, Thursday into Friday, guys. Like I said, let's talk about it. This is some of it. U.S. targeted an Iranian oil tanker traveling from coastal waters near Jas towards the Strait of Hormuz, plus another vessel entering the Strait of Fujairah. Air attacks on civilian coastal areas at Bandar Kamir, Sirik, and other island. Iran fired missiles and drones at 3 destroyers per Tasnim, claiming the destroyers fled toward the Sea of Oman. That was the Iran version. All right, the U.S. version is that the Iranian Navy attacked 3 destroyers transiting the strait. U.S. intercepted these quote-unquote unprovoked attacks and responded with self-defense. The president said 3 destroyers transited out under fire, weren't damaged, but great damage was inflicted on Iranian sites, end quote. The kicker was that Iran is officially calling this a ceasefire violation by the U.S. That ceasefire has held since April 8th, so this is a formal break, not just rhetoric. I don't freaking know. But yeah, we do have NFP data today. A hot NFP and escalation continues is the worst case for inflation in a lot of people's minds. So if we get high payrolls today, that might not be good either. Because of this Middle Eastern conflict, which has surged the price of oil, one of the things that we get from this is inflation, obviously. So with inflation, markets are nervous. With that said, though, look at the NASDAQ here. Like, let me put a shorter term chart up. I got a 15-minute chart up. Look at a 1-minute chart. We are really getting close to this all-time high level. And 29,000, guys, is right here on the NASDAQ. 29K is right here. We did a poll this morning. We did do a poll. 53% are bullish, 29% are bearish, 18% are neutral right now. So again, 53% bullish, 30% bearish, 18% neutral. Mostly bulls in chat today, and I can't really blame you guys. I really can't blame you guys. Yeah, Britt, it's gonna be an interesting day.
I think so too.
Yeah. I'm just holding oil over the weekend. Yeah, we'll see. Again, if payrolls come in hot, after 2020, we had this weird dynamic where high payrolls would make the market dump, right? The market would crash if we had high payrolls. And sometimes we did. We'd have really high. One time we had a 240,000 print for payrolls or something like that. And the market just dumped down, just absolutely dumped down. And so what I'm really worried about here is that if payrolls are hot, the market might not like that either. If payrolls are super high, markets might be still nervous about this. Markets might not like that as well and drop. We get low payrolls, people might worry about that. They might worry about economic weakening, labor market weakening, and think we're headed towards a recession. And the Middle Eastern conflict does not make it much better either, guys. And so we're in this weird, sticky, strange situation in which maybe we'll have good reaction to payrolls being strong. Maybe we don't today, guys. Maybe we don't. Let me know what you guys think the reaction is. Do you guys think the market wants higher or lower payrolls today? Higher or lower payrolls? Let me know in the chat. Good morning to everybody here. Now, I did have Claude build me an intro for the stream, guys. Should I show it to him? I think I should.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It really paints me in a good light.
Yeah. All right. So here's what Claude built me.
Whatever.
Look,
metaphor there. Y'all know what
Claude wrote this intro right now. Claude did. It wasn't me. Blame Claude. Okay. Claude wrote this intro, guys.
It's funny. I don't really care. It's funny.
Somewhere between FOMO and regret, it's the BGT show, staring down the market every morning. Your host, the man, the myth, the mildly over-caffeinated legend, John at BGT, and joining him, broadcasting from a secure, undisclosed, totally real location. A beacon of dishonesty, the man that leads John astray, the faceless phantom of questionable fills. Is it Brit, Brent, Brick, Brett? Nobody knows for sure, but we just call him Brit. Strap in, traders. The market is open, the risk is real, and your stop losses are purely theoretical. Brit, we scoff at you. Good morning.
Brit, we scoff at you, okay? Scoff at Brit, everybody. Freaking Claude, man. Claude wrote that in about, what, 5 minutes? Shout out to Claude. Claude's the gangster we all need. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Claude. Claude did it. Claude did it. Yeah, I might keep that for the intro, guys. I might keep it, you know. I think it was good. Shout out to Claude, you know. Claude knew, you know, everything.
Oh my god, he does look like the guy from Black Parade. Oh,
oh, the dude that wrote Umbrella Academy. Yeah.
Gerard Way.
My wife would know. She was kind of emo back in the day. Yeah. All right, guys. Anyways, back to markets. We got to be serious here. It's a big day. NASDAQ at 28,000. Will we break 29,000 in markets right now? Will we break 29,000 in markets?
Yes.
Yeah. Brit catching strays from Claude, you know.
I know, man. I didn't even do anything to Claude yet.
Yeah. So, again, guys, look, here is what we're expecting today. Unemployment is expected to stay roughly the same here. Now, we did have some labor data for this week so far. We've had jobless claims that came out. What did they came out? They came out lower than expected, right? So, jobless claims yesterday showed up lower than expected. We also had the ADP report show up slightly lower than expected as well. But this is what we're looking at today, guys. Unemployment rate expected at 4.3%. Previous was 4.3%. The non-farm payroll report expected at 55,000. Previously was 178,000. We also have hourly wages. Hourly wages year over year, they're expected to jump up a little bit, 3.8%, 0.3% on the month. Wholesale inventories released at 10. We also have Michigan consumer sentiment at 10. We got a bunch of different Fed speakers here as well. And then next week, guys, we have CPI inflation data going live. So we have CPI going live next week. It should be interesting. It really should be interesting.
Is there anybody giving odds on how the numbers come in?
Maybe. Let's see. Let's check the odds makers. You know, let me check the odds makers. Hold on.
Okay.
You guys see the odds on Polymarket about what the data shows up as? Let me see. Let me just type in NFP. They usually speculate on CPI. They don't usually speculate on NFP data or job numbers here. Let's see. Jobs, payrolls. Let's search that. I don't see anything.
Okay. Max says my volume is super low. Am I low to anybody else?
Yeah, I can turn you up.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just adjust it if we need to.
Yeah, let me turn the music down a little bit before we do it.
All right.
There you go. All right. Let me bring
Testing, everybody. Testing. Nope, don't believe you, Max. Sorry.
All right. Let me know if that's better. That should be much better.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, someone says Kalshi does. Has odds.
Yeah, Kalshi does. Yeah, I'm checking. I don't see it on Polymarket. They better not take my non-farm payrolls away. The only thing I saw for non-farm payrolls on Polymarket was, will they stop reporting it this year? Dude, you better not take my non-farm payrolls away, dude. There's a song I could make about that or something. Let me see. Kalshi. What is it? NFP or is it? It could be. I mean, I bet they bet on unemployment more. But yeah, they do have bets on it. All right, so U.S. non-farm payrolls for April 2026. Will they be above 60,000? There is a 65% chance, or a 60% chance currently, that they will be above 60K. The forecast, they're saying the forecast is 74,000. It's also a little bit delayed here because this report drops in an hour, less than an hour. But it's counting down until 9 o'clock. And so who made this? Maybe we got a 30-minute window to freaking, you know.
Yeah.
Front load the system, guys. Front load the system. But yeah, above 80K, it's 46 to 58. Above 80K, 45% chance. Above 100K, 40% chance. It's so weird to try to predict this. Again, if you look at the trends have been weird, man. The trends have been absolutely strange. They've gone, again, we've had positive and then negative and then negative and then positive. And so they've been weird, dude. The trends have been weird for this. They really have. Yeah, the trends have been very strange for this. John might accidentally hang up. 180K. What's your number here? Let me know in chat right now. What's your number for this? What number do you guys think this shows up as? Greed is still low enough, nothing to worry about. Ugh. Yeah, let's see, guys. All right. 55 minutes left. 55 minutes left. The Nasdaq's still pushing here.
It's not the conflict we've been following or anything, but apparently Ukraine struck Russia's Lukoil oil refinery in Perm for the second day in a row.
I thought they announced a ceasefire the other day there. Didn't they? I thought they did.
Yeah, but they've done that several times, and it seems like every time to me, and I might be wrong about it being every time, but either Ukraine will strike Russia or Russia will strike Ukraine, like in the midst of a ceasefire. Like they'll declare it literally while they're striking each other.
Yeah, that's weird. You know.
Yeah.
First time in forever we're the same volume. Okay, that's good. Miss Red Strong says, I'm tempted to throw it all on Strickland. I mean, bro, you're gonna be wrong, dude. You're gonna lose your money doing that. You know. Remember here, I said it here first. Can't guarantee anything. Not a MMA professional. Definitely not an MMA professional. Mediocre jiu-jitsu blue belt. But Strickland's gonna lose, dude. He's gonna lose. Nasdaq. I'm American. I want Strickland to do it for America here, guys. I just don't think he's going to.
I do too, and also just don't like Hamzat as a person. But you know,
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I mean, isn't Joe? I mean, and I know, like, you know, everybody can be wrong, and nobody's the end all be all authority on this stuff. But isn't Joe Rogan giving Strickland like pretty good odds? Like,
I don't know.
It says he's got really good takedown defense, and I mean, I know he does, but I don't know how that'll stack up against Hamzat's style of takedown.
Hamzat's different. He's just different. But I don't want to get too off of the weeds in an MMA conversation. Partly my fault. But I did see news that Iran seizes... It is my fault. You're a beacon of dishonesty, Britt. No, I'm just joking. Iran seizes the sanctioned vessel from China, apparently. So they seize Iran's Navy seized the Chinese-owned tanker Ocean Koi in the Sea of Oman, saying it was carrying Iranian oil and disrupting the country's exports. Iranian state media showed footage of the operation. The vessel and its Shanghai-based owner were sanctioned by the U.S. earlier this year over alleged Iranian oil shipments. Interesting.
Didn't see that one coming.
No, I really didn't. I would assume they would be
pro-China.
Right, not pro, but just trying to at least stay on a...
Well, I mean, that's who buys a large percentage of their oil.
Right, they're one of their biggest buyers, right, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what... So, yeah, that's an interesting dynamic there. But yeah, let's see what we get today, guys. Nasdaq's getting very close to all-time highs. We're really not that far away. All-time high 944. And I do think, guys, listen, I think just looking at the technicals of everything, I do think if we break this level here, we're gonna go for 29,000 right here. It's not that much room, but obviously, like, if we get up here, I think the market's gonna want 29,000. And so I think the market is going to obviously push towards 29,000 if we break this all-time high right here today. If that's a big if. Maybe we don't. It depends on what we do ahead of payroll numbers. Market's still flying up, even with payrolls coming out, even with the Middle Eastern conflict. Market is very green on the day. Nasdaq closed at 28,644. The S&P 500 is very green on the day as well. It's pushing forward 7,400s here. 7,400s. The S&P's really, it looks like the S&P's 7410 is the all-time high on the S&P. So the all-time high on the S&P is right here. So we got we're a little bit farther away from that in the S&P, but we could certainly hit it still. You know, here's the all-time high. So let's see what we get on that front. Oh, we will be trading this today. I'm going to trade the non-farm payroll report as well. Catch the chat. Going into the weekend without a deal so far, that is bearish. Yeah, I think we'll get an announcement today. We heard yesterday, even a lot of people said, hey, Iran responded to our proposal yesterday, and they kind of did. We had some people respond to it. They didn't actually straight up reject it, though. And so they said, they might have said they didn't like it, and that there were things they didn't like about it, and there were things they didn't like about us, and all this other stuff. But they didn't, they did come in after that saying, I'm pretty sure this is accurate. They did come in after that saying that they would formally respond today. I believe they said it. And so we could get an Iran response today, is one of the big things as well. So do you guys think Iran responds? And if they do, let's see what happens. Maybe they're just trying to front load into some insider trades before it happens. Either way they go. If they do respond today, do y'all think they would, accept it or reject it? Basically, the deal would what I've heard the deal included was that they're not going to talk about nuclear. They're gonna have 30 days to talk about that after the deal's done. And this would basically just be pausing everything to get them together. Iran did comment about 32 minutes ago saying the U.S. is unable to understand the situation and find an exit. Iran's foreign minister Arashi says our missile inventory and launcher capacity are not at 75% compared to the February 28th. The correct figure is 120%, he says. We also had Moran, who's going to be dovish, give strong arguments for cutting the Fed's balance sheet. And so let's take a look at yields with that said. So here's 10-year treasuries, right? So here's your treasury yields. They're at 4.38% right now, 4.38. You can kind of see we're at, like, if you look at what we've done for the last month, the yields are elevated over the last month, which makes sense. Higher inflation means higher interest rates generally. And so yields and interest rates are up, potentially up to 4.38% for 10-year treasuries. If we take a look at 2-year treasuries, they're currently sitting at 3.91%, 3.91 for 2-year. And they're elevated as well, especially, like, here's a 3-month chart. Here's April. So we're up a little bit from April, up a lot from March, obviously, with the conflict going on. So that is where we're at now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if either side is going to reject a temporary deal, but I don't think it's going to hold up until we deal with the nuclear part of it. And
yeah.
And if we don't take care of it now, we're just going to be dealing with it again in 6 months or a year or something.
No, for sure. You're probably right. Yeah. The payroll report today, guys, though, is going to be the most interesting thing today, I think, for sure. I think maybe we'll get a response from Iran, and if we do, maybe that'll move markets. But the payroll report should be the most interesting thing. And this is heading into next week's CPI. Remember, next week we have the Consumer Price Index, the biggest inflation report that we get. I don't really see any expectations yet, but inflation is up dramatically from April and from March. March is obviously when we saw the inflation spikes. Last time CPI inflation showed up at 3.3%, guys, 3.3%. If we take a look at Bitcoin today, Bitcoin's still over 80,000, which is good. It did dip some yesterday for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did dip a little bit, was as high as 80,000+ here. So if we take a look at gold today, guys, gold up to 47.30s right now for gold. So gold is flying up maybe not flying. I think it's actually down a little bit from where it was yesterday. Yeah, it's down slightly, but it has been moving up since May started here. So here's gold. Here's silver. Silver up over $80 as well at 81.15s here. So silver's moving as well. Nvidia is back all the way up. Nvidia had a really nice rebound yesterday. Nvidia up to 213s. Hit 219s the previous days. Nvidia's been wild though. I mean, look at the movement here. It went up to 219s, back down under 200s, back up to 215s. These are not small percentages here. These are 6-7% swings in Nvidia here. So Nvidia's swinging 6-8%. I just said the forbidden number. I'm sorry, guys. But Nvidia's been swinging, I should say. Nvidia's been swinging.
So
and again,
sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was going to say, I mean, is it just natural market movements that account for the back and forth, or has there been some kind of catalyst?
Well, there's been catalysts. There's been deals done with NVIDIA. We've had earnings come in for tech stocks and AI stocks that have been moving a lot. We had CoreWeave yesterday. The day before, we had ARM, I believe. We had Coinbase yesterday. Coinbase reported earnings. If you look at it here, here's Coin. So Coinbase reported earnings, dumped a little bit. We had ARM fall a little bit from their earnings. We had CoreWeave here fall from their earnings. NVIDIA, though, we have companies like SanDisk that have just flown to 15s. They're pulling back some now. I did see that DeepSeek is going to raise over $7 billion to start up Plot's revenue efforts, according to the information citing sources. So DeepSeek. But yeah, the payroll report's prime and center today, guys. This is the report. Iran's foreign minister condemns move by U.S. Navy against 2 Iranian tankers. We saw that earlier. But yeah, non-farm payroll is expected around 62, 65,000 according to economists. Unemployment rate seen steady at 4.3%. Average hourly earnings expected at 0.3%. Again, Kaushi is betting that payroll show up at 75,000. Citi is betting on negative 15,000. So here's the bank numbers. I got this from Walter Bloomberg. But look at the bank numbers here. So this is what they're looking at right now. So if we take a look at this, this is what banks are looking at right now. So Kaushi is expecting 74,000. Citigroup or Citi is expecting negative 15,000 for NFP data. Barclays is expecting straight up 0. SOC Gen 40K. Santander 45,000. Deutsche 50,000. JP Morgan 64,000. BNP 65K. Goldman 75K. Bank of America 80,000. HSBC 100,000 plus and UBS 100,000 plus. So we'll see which one's right here. So forecast range again from negative 15,000 all the way up to positive 100,000 here. And this is what we said in our short yesterday, which is just that markets are freaking wild right now. Like the data has been so strange, and we showed this poll earlier here. But the data has been so weird for this. That who knows what this number is going to show up as today for non-farm payrolls. Like who knows what we're going to get. Because we haven't really had any consistent payroll reports. Again, look at this graph. I can show you this graph. The unemployment rate's been relatively steady, but the non-farm payroll report has been swinging. We have literally for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months straight. Every consecutive meeting does the opposite of what the previous meeting did. And so starting in May of last year, a year ago, starting in May of last year, we had a small positive. And then in June, June after that, we had a small negative. And then in July, we had a little bit larger positive. And then in August, we had a little bit larger negative. And then in September, we had a little bit larger positive. And then in October, we had a big negative number. November, we had a small positive. December, we had a small negative. January, we had a big positive. February, we had a big negative. And then in March, we had a really big positive. It was like 180,000. What was it last time? It was 178K. So just wild swings for this payroll numbers here. Wild swings. Just strange. We'll see what it shows up as. But yeah, just strange. What's your prediction for the S&P end of day today? Oh, man, I don't really give out predictions here. That's not what I do. I think there's a lot of variance with what market might do today. I think it's been pretty safe to bet on the bull side recently. But I think with everything going on, it could be a little bit more different today, just based off of all the crazy swings and numbers and data and Iran proposal. I'm going to go with bull because it's hard to bet against the bulls at this point in time. Let me know if you agree with that at home, but I'm going to go with 74.60. 74.60 is what I'm going to go with on the S&P. Straight up guess, might be wildly wrong. There's too much things that might influence this prediction today. There's too many things going on that might influence what's going to happen. So yeah, bull gang. The bass frequency on my mic sounds a little bit high. Does it?
No, John's voice is just really deep.
Yeah, dude. The market needs 30,000.
I think it's gonna get it.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, always fun to take a guess. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with positive. I'm gonna go. Oof, dude. I don't know, man. I'm gonna guess resilience in the labor market. And again, this might just be straight up wrong. I'm gonna guess resilience in the labor market for payrolls, and I'm gonna go with like 150K is my guess. That's my guess in chat. Let me know what your number is for non-farm payrolls and unemployment today. But I'm gonna go with 150,000 non-farm payrolls. What's your guess at home, chat? Oil went negative 37 a barrel at one point. You have a countdown for payroll. Nobody cares. Of course they care. Everybody cares here, bro. You know.
Because sharing is caring, caring is sharing. You know.
Yeah, guys. Listen.
We care to share our time with you.
Oh, y'all freaking care, bro. Y'all freaking care.
You will care and you will like it.
You will care right now, guys. You'll care right now. Yeah, chat. What are you guys thinking? Give me your number for payrolls. I see 180,000 by Raga. What's your payroll number here, guys? What's your payroll number?
I know you guys are otherwise occupied right now, but do you think we hit 29,000 today?
I'm going to go with 150K. You also got to figure inflation. What did you say, Britt?
I said I know they're kind of otherwise occupied answering your first question, but do they think we hit 29,000 today?
I think we could. Speaking of 29,000, the NASDAQ just got over 28.9s here and getting very close to all-time highs. Yeah, so the NASDAQ, it just broke highs of the day. It's up to 28,900s. Right now, 28,900s. So yeah, we did just pop over this level here. We're getting pretty high up there. We're getting pretty high. So let's see what we get. But we're getting pretty high up there. Let's see if we hold. All right, guys. So yeah, we got DeepSeek raising over. Let me see other news. I'm waiting also to see just if Iran responds today. DeepSeek aiming to raise up to 50 billion won. The information says DeepSeek aims to release up-to-date V4 model in June. I haven't used DeepSeek that much. I've had a lot of people tell me I should use DeepSeek, but I haven't. I just haven't used it like that. I haven't used it like that. Should I use it, guys? Should I use it? I've heard good things, but who freaking knows? You know, who freaking
give
knows?
it a try.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've heard good things about it. I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard good things, but 80 to 100,000 ish. All right, so we got a bunch of people mentioning numbers. I see 1,900,000, so 1.9 mil, 145,000, 90,000, 69,000, 60,000, 126K, 105,000. Last time was 178,000. Would it be more bullish if it was only slightly higher? I think it's not going to, I don't know if it's going to be higher than last time. And I think if it is higher than last time, the market actually might get scared a little bit. Again, the last time was 178K. I think if it's
Why do you
over.
think that happens?
What?
The market gets scared if it's too high.
Because I think it causes inflation. If makes people fear inflation, the higher the number is. So the higher the payroll print is, the more the market fears inflation. I think is what it is. And so there needs to be like a Goldilocks dynamic. Like it needs to be the sweet spot. It needs to be kind of like the sweet spot where we're getting, where we're getting like still positive numbers, but it's not freaking people out with too high of data that might spike inflation. I think is what it is.
Okay.
You know, like that's what I think. And so we'll see, guys. Should be interesting, nonetheless. Job report drops in about 40 minutes, a little bit less than 40 minutes actually. So
let's see if I can live up to that Claude video and make sure I lead you astray today.
Beacon of dishonesty, Britt. Lead me astray, guys. You know. Yeah, we'll see, dude. But the jobs report is going live. Let's see what we get today, guys. Let's see what we get. Again, NASDAQ 28,900 here on the NQ, 28,900. NVIDIA. Should I trade this right now, guys? I kind of want to. I had my first red day in this account that I've had in a long time. Apparently, I didn't lose this account yesterday, so we might throw some stuff up here real quick while we wait for the payroll print. But yeah, it's a relevant number here today, guys. It's a relevant number. But look. Maybe the market fears. Yeah, let me make sure this is not my. Yeah. So apparently there's just a We're gonna short this top up here. Do not copy me. This is just an eval. We're just playing with this because I think the market maybe is gonna chop leading into payrolls, and then maybe it rips back up, or maybe it does the opposite here. Oh, why is that on screen? Oh, that's my P&L.
know.
That's my
Just
P&L.
crept in.
Yeah. There we go.
Maximum overdrive. Your computer's coming to life.
Yeah. Rise in oil equals rise in everything. Yeah, trade it. I'm gonna trade the NFP report. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Marcel says, what about gold? I might trade gold. We'll see. Maybe oil. It depends on what gold, oil, and markets do. Don't be like me, guys. Don't short all-time highs. It's not the right move. It's not the right move. All right, I popped out the chat, guys. We're getting serious right now. All right, so
what are the tech stocks doing?
Nvidia's at 213. Google is at 395. Google had some news earlier today about the EU Commission spokesperson said we're giving Google a bit more time to address Commission concerns related to Digital Markets Act case. So I don't know too much about that, but they're going down a little bit. Or they went down a little bit on that news.
Okay. What about Apple and Meta?
Apple, man, I haven't been watching Apple as much lately. Apple's up a lot today. It's at 290s here. We'll come back to this.
Okay.
But yeah, Apple's at 290s. Apple's been very strong here. The question is, when does Apple break 300s? You know, Apple's been breaking all-time highs as well. Broke it actually this morning if we consider pre-market at, or maybe this was yesterday. Yeah, Apple broke all-time highs 292.13 yesterday, and it's getting really close up there if you look at it. So Apple's getting very, very close to that level here. And yeah, we'll see what happens, but Apple's getting close.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Here's my P&L in this. I'll set it floating right here. We're green on this trade, actually, guys. We're green. So yeah, 35 minutes before NFP data drops. 35. Hit the like button. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate the love. It'll help support the stream. Predict gold. I don't know what gold's going to do, my friend. I do not know what gold is going to do today. All right, so we are green here. I needed this green. Let's see if it continues. I needed this green, guys. I need this green. Should we be looking at markets? We've been looking at markets. Mag 7 is the place to always be. Oh, you're talking about me not looking at Apple? Yeah, listen. I do look at markets. There's been a lot of markets to look at recently, though, with everything going on. You got to look at oil. You got to look at gold. You got to watch the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow. I'm not really looking at the Russell, to be honest, but that's okay. I don't hate the Russell. I'm not a Russell hater, you know. But we're looking at markets, guys. We're looking at markets. We're doing our best to follow everything going on, but there's a lot of markets to follow. A lot of markets to follow.
Sounds to me like you're against the Russell.
I'm prejudiced against the Russell. I don't like it, you know. It's small caps. Russell's small caps, so I'm just not as interested in looking at it. Yeah, we got to watch the VIX, but the VIX has been interesting today. The VIX has been low. I think it's a really weird market, though, where we're breaking all-time highs in the midst of a Middle Eastern conflict with spiking oil and worries about inflation. I think it's a very interesting market. You know, it's very different. It's unusual. It makes people worried about a correction more, so you see a lot of people talking about a potential correction. I'm just kind of scaling out of this as my short continues to prove. Brent told me to long. I think he whispered it. Y'all didn't hear it. He told me to long. You know, I decided to trade against the beacon of dishonesty, Brit, which I believe is going to be his new nickname. He leads John astray, and so
A little unfair, I've got to say.
blame Claude, bro. I didn't do this. Claude did it, dude. Blame Claude, not me.
You fed it the data.
Yeah, this is a government jobs report. Remember, this is a government jobs report. I'm going to leave 5 of these on, but this is a government jobs report, chat. This is not a small government jobs report. This is a big government jobs report for today. It should be interesting. It should be interesting. I
know I'm interested.
Russell's a great liquidity. Excuse me?
On the edge of my seat.
What are you trading, brother? Excuse me? I'm trading micro NASDAQ contracts. That's the futures market. Fading Russell and Brit. I believe that's the right move today, dude. I genuinely believe that's the right move. I believe that's what the move everybody talks about. Fade Brit, John knows.
Don't hate on me just because I'm great.
Yeah. Here's Apple. Apple's doing good, man. Here's the NASDAQ. I mean, I'm still holding this little 5 now. Alright. I'm going to cut some of this probably right here and just get out the rest. There we go. Alright, we're out. We're out of there. NASDAQ did just dip under 28,900 here. Does the bull action stop today? Red or green day in chat? Let me know. What's up, Cam? Trading baby hamsters. I'm finally trying Lucid Flex. Fading the Russell and Brit. He whispered like a little devil on your shoulder. He did. He was like, John, buy John right now. Buy John right now. He said, And I had to
That was cringy. Don't do that. Oh, God.
What? Oh, are you attacking me, Brit?
That was like nails on a chalkboard for me for some reason.
Me whispering?
I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, I hate when people whisper. I hate it. Not just you, it's anybody. I hate when people whisper.
Was it like that song where he's like, hey, Daddy, whisper?
I don't know. I never heard that. But I don't know. But it makes me crawl.
You haven't heard that, bro? You gotta better. You need to culture yourself, Brit.
I'm sorry. I listen to good music.
NASDAQ falling down here. Should I buy this dip right now? Should I buy it? What do you guys think? Do it. Release of the alien files. Don't be hating. Yeah, Lucid Direct has 20% consistency, which put me off. Yeah, but I mean, dude, look. 20% is not that bad. Once you get past it, you can take as big a size as you want, I'm pretty sure. But I'll have to go check. Don't quote me on that. All right, guys, here we go. We have 30 minutes left. 30 minutes. Let's see what we get today. It's a big day. Non-farm payrolls, unemployment data. I'm excited, man. And then we got CPI next week. We got some stuff to actually cover here. It was a boring time, man. We had the shutdown. We had the Iran war. All of it's made economic data, which is kind of like the main thing we cover. A little bit weirder. So labor data going live very soon. Very soon.
Seems like it's an amazing time to be John,
Yeah, it is. It's always an amazing time to be me. But yeah, I did just read that Sitcom posted there are currently more than 70 tankers that U.S. forces are preventing from entering or leaving Iranian ports. These commercial ships have the capacity to transport over 166 million barrels of Iranian oil worth an estimated 13 billion plus. Yeah, so we got that news from Sitcom. But everybody's kind of prepping for the non-farm payroll unemployment report today, guys. So, again, we'll see what unemployment shows up. What do you guys think unemployment shows up at? It's expected at 4.3%, which is what it was last time for unemployment. Again, expected at 4.3, which is what it showed up last time. Here's CPI next week, but 4.3%. It showed up at 4.3%. Our average U.S. hourly wages are going to be relevant here also, of course. So, yeah. And we still have, what, 30 minutes left? A little bit over 30.
Remember?
Let's see. Yang Yang twins. Yeah, what's up? Hey, what's up, Mama Pawn? What's up, Kay? Bullish news. Top 3 best times to meet John. Please reduce the bass on your mic equalizer. Is it too loud, Sam?
Better take that bass out your voice, John.
I know, dude. Listen, I was gonna start a rap career. You know, I was gonna be like 50 Cent or you know.
And the only way I'm interested in the release of the UFO and alien files is if they bring Art Bell back to read everything. Otherwise, I don't care.
All right, let's see.
And that's a little obscure, so you guys might not know who that is.
I don't think I have an equalizer. I have noise suppression, a compressor, noise gate, and a limiter. And so, yeah, I don't know any, you know. Yeah, NFP day to day, guys. NFP day to day. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Looking at our poll number, we did a poll earlier today. 56% said they were bullish, 30% said they're bearish, and 14% say they're neutral. Your bass is more like Lil Wayne's voice? Yeah, that's probably true.
So what'd you say the expected numbers were?
For which one? For payrolls, 55,000, 60,000,
Okay.
62,000. It varies depending on who's given the expectation.
Oh, no, not for payrolls. For
unemployment's expected at 4.3%. Here's payroll expectations. Kalshi, which is interesting, they're putting odds makers, which, again, there's been a lot of, like, talk about odds makers. People are giving them some heat. I think it's honestly good. They're giving them heat because they're saying basically that odds makers welcome insiders. And so because of that, that's what they want. It's like these odds makers want insiders to be making bets on their platform because that will make the odds that they're giving out on Polymarket and Kalshi and others simply more accurate. And so since there's not really easy ways to catch the insider trading that's going on these odds makers, basically people are criticizing the odds makers, saying that the odds makers want this type of dynamic. They want insiders helping their odds. And when you have those insiders, again, in statistics, you have something called the wisdom of the crowd, right? The wisdom of the crowd basically means when enough people bet on something, you know, the accuracy increases. But if you can see Kalshi, with all of that said, Kalshi is expecting 74,000 right here. So they are expecting 74K. I'm going to go with like 150. Last time they should have been 178. Maybe I'm going to go like 120 to 150 is what my guess is for payrolls. Might just be way wrong. But yeah, that's what I'm going to bet with. Yeah, Citigroup expecting negative 15,000. So Citigroup is negative 15. Barclays, 0,000. Looks like okay, but it's actually 0. This looks like a really easy dip buy to get involved with on the NASDAQ, but it's also one of those things where I think we could chop leading into this for the next 25 minutes or so with everything going on. I think we could just chop sideways. We'll see, though. But yeah. Okay, cool. It's Friday. More possible 27 than 29,000. I don't know. Do you think we always go down on Friday? We don't necessarily always go down. Skytrip says upcoming CPI should be interesting. Yeah, it should. What catalyst is left for markets to go higher? Mike sounds fine to me. Much better than the older ones you've had over the time I've watched. Yeah, Jason, you've been watching us for a long time. We've been streaming for a long time too.
If we do go down, barring some kind of a massive incident, I don't think we're headed anywhere near 27,000.
Not today. 29,000. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Brit, the beacon of dishonesty here. I agree with Brit, where I think we're so close to 29,000. I mean, look, 29K's right here. The worst circle ever. An imperfect circle, they might say. But no, we're really close to 29,000 here. 29,000. 27,000 is way down here. So barring some, like Britt said, some big catastrophic number that somehow markets react that negatively to, what we could see is the only way we're getting down to 27,000 today is if Iran comes out purely rejecting basically saying like negotiations are over. We're rejecting this proposal, the fight is back on or something like that, right? And even still, I don't think we're dropping down to 27. I think we might drop down to like 28.2s or 28.5s or 27.8s. I don't think we're going to get all the way down to 27 today, even if we do get that, and that's a big if.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, like, that's a massive drop, and if it did drop that much, it would be. I mean, it would have to have some huge news catalyst. I mean, bigger than like what you were talking about, John. Bigger than just the conflict being back on. And at that point, I think it would probably start a cascade effect if it dropped that far.
No, for sure. No, 100%. I think it'd have to be really bad news for that to really influence us like that. It'd have to be really bad news. Really bad news. So, we'll see. But it would have to be really, really bad news.
Yeah. Is the Eye of Mordor? I wish I could see all.
Actually, that's exactly what Brit looks like in real life. Is the Eye of Mordor?
That's why I've kept my face hidden.
Yeah, he's secretly like a big tower, and he's just got one eye, and he's just hanging out. That's what he's doing. He's watching the stream.
The plus side of just being a giant eye is you don't have to worry about like high blood pressure and stuff.
That's right. Optimism, man. Just good optimism, bro. I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
It's all about perspective,
That's right. Yeah, let's take a look at the S&P again. Here's the S&P. S&P up to 7,400s. S&P really choppy ahead of payroll print here. So, look, S&P, here's the last 40 minutes on the S&P. Look, this is the last 40 minutes on the S&P 500 here. So, we are very flat, very choppy on the S&P 500. So, we'll see if we hold, but very, very flat. Very, very choppy here. 20 minutes left, chat, until payroll data. 20 minutes. Let me find my chat.
Coffee's just not doing it for me today. Ooh.
Mine's not sludge today. It's not sludge coffee.
Maybe mine should be.
Rate cuts are bad news if inflation is high. Bad for you, but great for the government if it intends to reduce debt. Yeah, I mean, I understand the, hey, high inflation means less debt argument. I really do understand that. High inflation means less debt. Because again, just to show you the math behind what that person said here, so let's say you got, I'm just going to make up a number here. I know we're in the trillions, obviously, but I'm just going to go with a number everybody understands. So let's say you got $1 billion in debt. Let's say I go out and I buy 500 Ferraris. And I'm $1 billion in debt. Is that a bill? Yeah, that's a bill. If inflation runs at, let's say, 5%, right? Over a 20-year period, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, that debt is only going to be about $358,000 or $358 million worth. So that debt is going to reduce by over 60%. That debt is going to reduce in terms of the significance of it. So basically the debt will get dwindled down over time because of inflation. And so that is what they're saying in the chat, basically, is that lower interest rate, inflation stimulating environment will cause less debt over time, is what they're essentially saying. And I get it. But, I don't know if we should, I think we've already had enough inflation problems over a 6, 7, 8 year period right now than, to focus too much on, that. But I understand the argument for sure. I understand the argument. More positive news today. Nvidia is trading around 213. Yeah, it showed a pretty strong rebound. Hey, shout out to Simon. Thank you, my guy. Thank you, brother. Did I say 6-7? Did I?
I don't remember.
Dude, everybody just showed up. They're like, I must have said it because the chat awoken. Chat woke up. They're like, you know what?
Yeah. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Iran Thursday strikes were separate from Operation Epic Fury. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Rubio speaking on Iran right now. 10 crew injured, 5 missing after the commercial ship attacked by U.S. Navy late Thursday, they say. Greer states that the aim with China is to maintain stability. All right, guys, we have 18 minutes left. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. I want 500 likes today, and I want it now. I want it now, guys. Do it now. Listen, let me sell it to you real quick. Everybody's doing it. Try it one time. It might feel good. You want to. Brit's done it, and he's a beacon of dishonesty. And so do it now, guys. Do it now.
It's not just John. I'm leading you all astray into the like button.
Yeah. Let's inflate these likes right now, guys. Let's inflate these likes.
And join the Discord. Thanks, Jono.
Yeah. Appreciate the love. I like it when the NASDAQ hits 29,000. I mean, I do too. I don't hate it. I think if the NASDAQ gets to 29K, I think it wants 30. I think it wants 30. I think 30 big psychological level. It's not that far away. I mean, it is. It's far. Don't get me wrong, but like, I think it wants 30,000, and I think.
So you think what? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you think once it hits 29,000, the fear greed index will shift more towards the greed side? It already has.
Maybe. I think it becomes higher likely. I think 30,000 is a big round number. Psychologically, I think people just naturally pivot and pay more attention to that type of stuff, and so in that regard, that's what people are going to look at. They're going to focus highly on, they're going to focus highly on that.
Yeah,
is what I think. But it doesn't necessarily mean we'll get up there. It's not obviously. There's so much unknown about which way markets are going. We could break 29,000. It doesn't necessarily mean that. I just think that if we break over 29,000 within the next few years, we're almost certainly going to get 30. But you never freaking know, and markets could just go completely the other way. We'll see. We have 15 minutes until the non-farm payroll report, guys. 15 minutes until the NFP report. Let's see what we get.
Also on Tesla, John? Any?
Tesla?
Yeah.
Tesla, I think they're at a breaking moment in regards to their vehicles. Less people are buying their cars. Margins aren't good. They're pivoting to robotics and AI, and I do think robotics are the future, and so maybe they're gonna, regardless of anything, I think, robotics, AI are the next big money grab in the stock market and in markets in general. I think money's going to start flowing into robotics pretty heavily, and it already kind of has. But I think that's the next step here in technology evolution is robotics. And so if they can execute it successfully, and they do have a lead versus a lot of their competitors, they should be okay. But it's higher risk, so there's always a chance that it doesn't work. But they should be okay, I think.
So
you might
too.
see a couple. You might see a couple years of back and forth price action, but they should be all right.
I think so too. I think they kind of have or had an advantage going into it.
Yeah.
So.
No, 100%. Radical productivity. Forgot I keep leaving it on live chat or locked in on the DAX 40. Hey, good luck, my friend Hardy. Rattle productivity change. I have to go back and find my chat overlay. There it is. There it is. It took me a little while to find it. Radical productivity change via AI and robotics is the only answer to the debt issue. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the future. What is, hey, buy or sell? I don't know, buy or sell, chat, let me know. Lure some bears in on the NASDAQ and then it's gonna rip. Yeah, maybe. I am long on Apple today. Yesterday got wrecked on Bitcoin. Gold bounce, yeah, let's take a look at gold. So here's gold right here, heading into the NFP report, guys. Gold dipping down a little bit. Is it time to buy it? I don't know, it is pulling back some leading into the NFP report, but I do think markets are gonna be sideways leading into this report. That's the worst question mark I've ever seen. The worst question mark I've ever seen, they say.
Third worst.
Yeah, definitely third worst. All right, guys. The big jobs report coming out soon. We are going to try to trade this here. So all right, we're at 47.17s here, 47.17s. I don't know if I'm going to trade the report directly unless I just full port it. And so I think I'm just going to wait here. Again, we're at 47.18s right now, 47.18s. Heading into the opening bell here, we still got an hour. But again, we're expected at 62,000. We've had some wild ranges for these reports, some wild ranges. So the ranges are very strange for these reports. Bearish today, buy, sell, wait. I looked at one, Sam. Yeah, robots are not consumers. Robots. I called it yesterday. Universal code. What's up, dude? Rubio says Iran will respond today. Yeah, they say Iran's supposed to respond today. We kind of got a little bit of a response yesterday. But again, they're supposed to officially respond today, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good sign. But you know, we'll see. What's up, Chef? Good morning, dude. Robert. At opening bell buyback. Happy NFP day. Hey, thank you, my friend. Bitcoin perpetual, up or down? Bitcoin's mostly going to react with macro markets, but I think Bitcoin wants easing, and so I think it's going to originally react like macro markets do, like the S&P or like gold does, really. But we'll see. I'm not sure what Bitcoin's going to do. We'll watch it for sure. I'm going to put some of these charts up here. I'll probably put 4 different charts up. We'll put the NASDAQ on the top right here. We'll put the S&P 500 up right here. And we'll zoom in a little bit on this. We'll put Bitcoin, or at least Bitcoin futures right here on the left. And then what do we have? NASDAQ, S&P. We can put like the dollar index here, the Dixie. See how it responds to this. Dollar index is right around 98. So here we go, guys. We have 11 minutes. 11 minutes. We have 1,300 people here watching already here. We still got over 10 minutes left. Hey, thank you, Chef. My guy sending out some beginner trading memberships. Thank you, my friend. Pops and Drops, you got a membership. Universal Code, you're a member now. Made Man, Soul of Hefe, you are a member as well. So shout out to my guy, Chef, sending out some memberships. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Big
Thanks,
gold
Chef.
believer.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Secretary of State Rubio expects China and Taiwan topics to be addressed during Trump's trip, stressing the need for stability in the strait between China and Taiwan. Yeah, I know that wasn't relevant and it's kind of out of nowhere, but I thought it was kind of important.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that we did get a response, you know, from Iran yesterday. And that's true. We got somewhat of a response. But, okay, dude, I'm going to mute these notifications. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, Chef. Nothing against you, my friend. Thank you for that donation, my brother. Thank you, Fred. Y'all are all made men in chat right now. So, yeah, Ace says they rejected it. They kind of did, but... Yeah, Pop says thank you. They kind of rejected it. Here we go. 9 minutes, chat. 9 minutes. Where are my likes at? I need 50. I need 500.
We can do it. I believe
we're at 250,
guys.
guys. We need double this. We need double this. Do it now. Do it now. Again, 9 minutes left. 9 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Some people say 500 is more than 250.
Yeah. Again, what my prediction? I'm gonna go with 150 to 120k to 150k jobs today. Is what I'm gonna go with. I think the unemployment rate's probably going to stay the same. I think it's either going to go down or stay the same. So I think unemployment's either going to go down or stay the same. Some might say it could go up, down, or stay the same. But I think it's going to go down or stay the same for unemployment. I think if you see unemployment jump up, that's a bearish sign. Markets might react negatively, obviously. But I do think it's a little nuanced today with all the stuff going on. And so we will see what we get in that front today. But... yeah, we have 9 minutes left. 8 minutes left.
I'm gonna go with none of those options.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not gonna go up, down, or stay the same. And do some fourth unheard of thing.
Yeah. All right. Bold prediction, Cotton. Bitcoin at 80,000. Yeah. Since it's government, it's gonna be padded. Yeah. Will this data be accurate? Is another question. Yes or no? BLS has gotten some heat for. Specifically, they've revised CPI less. They've revised payrolls a lot over the last year. We've watched it live here. We cover every payroll print here. And they have revised payroll numbers by very large margins over the last 12 months. And so, again, another real question is going to be, do they revise this data again? I don't know. I don't know. No one will trade. The market is in retrograde, maybe. Gold bearish. Government shutdown, no numbers. No, we're not shutting down again. We already had that, guys. We've already had that dynamic here. We're not going to get it again. We're not doing it again, guys. We cannot afford to stop cooking at this point. Oil is relatively high for oil being above 95. BLS secretary drinks shots before releasing the data. Shots of wheatgrass. Dollar index at 97.97s over the last 3 years. What's up, Harsh? My guy. What's up, dude? These numbers are so cooked they cannot afford to stop cooking at this point. Honestly, you might be right, bro. They've been so wild. I don't know. We'll get revisions. Like the way they've been doing it. And I'm not saying they're cooking the data. I would never accuse them of that, you know. I would never accuse them of that. I can't really wink very well. I try, you know. But I would never accuse them of that, guys. That's not what we do here. But the way they've been doing it is they've been putting out numbers and then revising those numbers later down the line. And that's a big story today with the payroll print is are they going to revise the previous numbers in any way? You know, we've seen big revisions. Government shutdown kind of skewed things. We've seen big revisions. So again, 6 minutes left, chat. 6 minutes. Let's see what we get. We got 1,500 people watching right now. 1,500 people. Let's see what we get. 6 minutes left, chat.
I'm waiting with bated breath. I don't know if I can hold my breath for 6 minutes, but
I believe you can. Are you bullish or bearish on today's NFP data? 57% are actually bullish on, which is kind of a shocking number here. 57% bullish, 31% bearish, 12% are neutral. It won't be a bad thing if they admit they don't know what they are doing and the economy is fucked. Sorry for cursing, guys. I didn't mean it. But it wouldn't be a bad thing, they say. I did not mean that, guys. That's not what I meant. All right.
I like the Super Nintendo era zombie on the screen. That's nice.
I know. Honestly, I'm a bit lazy. I'll have Claude build me a better one.
I like it. Like sometimes simple is better, you know?
Yeah. All right, guys. So listen, we have 5 minutes left. I am going to throw this thing in sub-only mode. All right. We're in sub-only mode now. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, subscribe. We do this live every single weekday morning for free right here. Non-farm payrolls is dropping in less than 5 minutes here. Guys, less than 5 minutes. We got 1,600 people watching right now. This should be good. I'm ready on the BLS website. We're armed and ready here on the BLS website. Again, BLS handles CPI data and more. We are here on the BLS site. We're waiting for it. Guys, we are waiting for the data to come out. Again, if you see what some of these analysts have predicted, Kalshi 74K, Citi negative 15K. Look at the range here. 74,000 from Kalshi. Citi expects negative 15,000. Barclays expects 0K. 0. So SocGen expects 40,000 plus. Santander expects 45K. Deutsche expects 50K. JP Morgan expects 64,000. BNP Paribas expects 65K. Goldman expects 75K. Bank of America 80K. HSBC 100K. UBS 100K. Honestly, I think my bet might be wildly off now. I said 120 to 150. None of these big banks are expecting that. So maybe I should pivot to lower and weaker data here, guys. Maybe I should pivot to weaker, lower data here.
I think you should just stick with your initial pick.
I'm sticking with it, but I might be wrong. Again, let me know your last minute projection. 72,000, I see somebody say. I see one explanation is that they are creating these numbers to move markets and then revise and announce true numbers. You should have had a range poll first and then made this poll. Continuity, my man. Or come on, man. Yeah, I can't talk right now, bro. I haven't been able to talk over the last few days. No way, man. You're smarter than all the banks. I believe that, bro. I'm going to start my own bank. John's Bank. Listen, we have 3 minutes left. 3 minutes.
Honestly, if I had enough capital, I would start a micro bank.
Yeah. Again, I see negative 10,000 in chat. 95K. Unemployment could be a big influencer here as well. But we are on the site. We are ready. Here, we are ready. 2.5 minutes left, guys. 2.5 minutes left. The fact that they're bearish is good news. If you are right, take credit. Oh, you better believe y'all would never hear the end of it if I'm right. I'll make 5 shorts about it. You know, it's going to be on the finance headlines. John, beginner trading, correctly predicts payrolls. All right, guys, here we go. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, because John, you know, a real man sticks with his decisions in the face of all empirical evidence proving him wrong, you know?
Oh, I'm sticking with it.
Just got to be stubborn forever.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Bank of John. That's right. Why do they always expect a very low number? Let's have a range poll. Again, last minute, guys. This is the last time I'm going to ask you guys to participate. Bull or bear? Put bull or bear in chat right now. Bull or bear? Payrolls, unemployment dropping in less than 2 minutes now. Less than 2 minutes. Open your bank, John. Gold direction. Yeah, we got gold up. Gold is here. Or no, do we have gold, NASDAQ, S&P, Bitcoin? We do not have gold. I'm going to put the gold up. It's the dollar index. Gold's right here at 47s. Here's gold, Bitcoin on the left. We got the NASDAQ up on the top right. We have S&P up at 7,400s here. All right, look at the chat. Wake up. Bull, bear, bull, bear. A minute and a half left, guys. A minute and a half. Gold is bottoming. Also, bull, 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 bear. Okay. Depends on the news. Mostly bulls in chat right now. We got some bears here, though. We got some bears. Listen, guys, we have a little bit over a minute left. We have 2,000 people here. A little over a minute left. Mostly bulls in chat, though, man. Look at this.
And also, Sam, no, I don't know what complex numbers are. Is that the ones you run into after you run out of fingers?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. 55 seconds here, chat. 55 seconds. Make sure, guys, listen. Make sure you hit the live button next to the play button and put it in 2x speed. Hit the live button next to the play button, put it in 2x speed. You'll never be delayed on the stream if you hit the live button, put it in 2x speed. Some of you guys might respond late to these numbers here, but here we go. Here's the print. We have 35 seconds left. 35 seconds left. It's a moment in time. Non-farm payrolls. 25 seconds left here. Let's see what we get. Here's the S&P and the NASDAQ. All right, here we go. 20 seconds left. Chat.
Everybody just imagine a drum roll.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Honestly, I should probably get a drum roll. 15 seconds left, chat.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, 15 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, here's the print. Here's the print. We're going to go over non-farm payrolls, unemployment, U6, government payrolls, and more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the report right now. Okay, guys, so non-farm payrolls, 115,000. I almost got it exactly right. 150,000 NFP data. Look at the S&P rip here. NASDAQ is ripping. Unemployment rate, same as expected, 4.3%. 150K NFP, 115,000 versus 65,000 expected. Private payrolls were the biggest ones at 123,000 versus 75,000. All right, guys. So again, non-farm payrolls, 115,000. I almost got it exactly right. Luckily, I changed it to 120 to 115. But again, non-farm payrolls, unemployment. Let's take a look at this here, guys. And we're going to summarize it. We're going to summarize this report. But non-farm payrolls, 115,000. 115,000. NASDAQ has reacted well to this, but 115,000. And you can read this report here. We're going to try to cover some of this. Total non-farm payrolls edged up by 115,000 in April, and the unemployment rate was unchanged at 4.3%. We also, guys, got some decent revisions. They revised the previous non-farm payrolls up to 185,000 from 178,000 previously. So they revised the last one up, actually, from 178K to 185,000 this time. It was expected at 65,000. We showed up at 115,000. The U6 unemployment rate did jump up, though. It's at 8.2% versus 8% previously. Again, unemployment stayed the same. We did have average hourly earnings. They came in a little bit lower than expected, but markets are jumping up on this report. And just to summarize everything here, guys, look, we're going to look at it. Total non-farm payrolls, again, 115,000 here. 115,000. Let's take a look deeper in this. But total non-farm payroll, unemployment edged up 115,000 in April, and the unemployment rate was unchanged at 4.3%. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today job gains occurred in healthcare, transportation, and warehousing and retail trade. Federal government employment continued to decline. Household survey data, unemployment rate is 4.3%. The number of unemployed people at 7.4 million. Number of people jobless less than 5 weeks increased by 358,000. So new jobless people to 2.5 million in April. Labor force participation rate at 61.8%. The unemployment population ratio at 59% changed little. And so non-farm payroll is 115,000 after showing little net change over the prior 12 months. In April, job gains occurred in healthcare, transportation, warehousing, and retail trade. Federal government employment continued to decline, though. Healthcare added 37,000 jobs in line with average monthly gain of 32,000 over the prior 12 months. Job gains occurred in nursing and residential care, which was up 15,000, and home healthcare services up 11,000. So it's good data. Transportation and warehouse and employment increased 30,000 in April, reflecting a gain in couriers and messengers, up 38K. However, employment in transportation and warehousing is down by 105,000 since reaching the peak in February of 2025. Retail trade added 22,000 jobs in April. 22,000 jobs in April. Employment increased in warehouse clubs, supercenters, and other general merchandise retailers, which is up 18,000, and in building material and garden equipment and supply dealers up 13,000. Offset by job losses in department stores, which is normal. Of course, department stores are down. Social assistance continued with employment to trend up 17,000. Federal government employment continued to decline in April. It's down 9,000 since reaching a peak in October. Average hourly earnings for all employees of NFP rose by 6 cents or 0.2% to 37.41 over the year. So pretty good numbers here. Pretty good report. NASDAQ is up here, and we are getting very close to 29,000 on the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ might be breaking all-time highs. Let me bring this down. Gold is spiking up. Bitcoin's moving up on this report. And, yeah. What do you guys think of this report? Are you bullish or bearish now, chat?
I don't know. I'm going to change my vote. You know, I was bullish before, but based on these good numbers, I think I'm going to have to reverse.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Sometimes the first move is the wrong move, guys. Sometimes. Occasionally, the first move is the bad move to get involved with here. So,
well, that is true. I was definitely being sarcastic.
Yeah, I know. I could tell. I could feel the sarcasm. Again, you're a beacon of dishonesty, Britt. You're a beacon of dishonesty. But yeah,
I just proved it.
We know, dude. Listen, I get it, man. You know, listen. Don't listen to Britt.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for these numbers. We're hitting a little bit of resistance, but I hope we keep pushing up. Obviously.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a good day.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we're getting close to all-time highs here. So we're getting close to all-time highs. S&P up to over 7,400. Look at gold spike here. Bitcoin originally reacted. Is this a negative reaction for Bitcoin? I think it actually is here. Hold on. Let me look deeper at this. What time is this? I have to move this up a little bit. Did Bitcoin react? Bitcoin did react negatively. I guess that makes sense. Bitcoin wants easing, right? And what stops easing? Super strong labor numbers stop easing here. Again, February was revised down though. March was revised up. So February was actually revised down from a negative 133,000. This is something I missed in the previous print. Look at February's numbers here, guys. So I actually missed this right here. February numbers were revised down to 156,000 negative from 133,000. This is a 23,000 revision for February. March was revised up though to 185,000, but combined it's still a negative 16,000 print here. Look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ just broke all-time highs. Guys, NASDAQ just broke all-time highs. Let's trade this here. I would like to trade this here. NASDAQ. Sheesh, dude. NASDAQ is flying up on this positive print here. Yeah.
Hold on.
NASDAQ is flying up, dude. Wow. Kind of a crazy move here on the NASDAQ. I told you guys it becomes more likely that we're going to break 29,000. I will buy a dip here. So I will buy a dip here if we get one. I need a dip. I want a dip. I want a dip now. Let's see if we can buy the dip. Is it time to buy right now, guys? Bear or bull on these reports? Are you bearish or bullish on this reports?
Do it.
Do it, John? I'm looking to, man. I want to. 29,100 today? Where does the market close today? It's private payrolls. NFP is non-farm payrolls. It's private payrolls. Buy, bear. Bear still. Bull, bear.
I'm bold.
Dude, I'm gonna. Dude, is this greed? Is this American greed right here?
I don't know.
Is this American greed right now?
I know we're at 962.
Is this American greed right now? Chat, let me know. Is this American greed? A lot of people are saying bear. All right, let's see if we hold here.
Oh.
We keep dropping. I'm going to keep adding to this here, guys. By the way, this is an eval, by the way. I'm not gonna, I will trade my real account later once this settles down a little bit. But we're so close to all-time highs. I believe we can rebound here. Swing the bat. Bearish. It's debt. Yeah, America is great. American greed right here. I believe we can go higher here, though. I mean, I think we're right at the previous highs. We're right at 950s here. I'd love to see us hold. But the market flew up here. Are we winning yet? I'm red right now, but let's see if we can get it here. I need you guys to will this into existence. Will this into existence. Get back to you at 928. No response. A lot of bulls in chat though, so I think the market's with me. You know, I believe they're with me here. You know, I believe they're with me. Are you guys with me? Yes or no? Biggest short squeeze in history. I'm tired of winning. Yeah. Bitcoin pump or dump. Bitcoin reacted negatively. Again, Bitcoin wants easing. All right, so Bitcoin wants what justifies lower interest rates. And what justifies lower interest rates right now is weak data. And this is not weak. This was almost 100%, or this was almost exactly 100% more than expected. I'm just going to put it out there. I told you guys 120. Look, I'm just, somehow I got it close to right. I'm not going to say I got it right because I think my prediction was like 150 to 120. None of the big banks said anything really over 100,000 prediction here. None of the big banks said anything over 100,000 prediction here. I'm just going to put that out there. My guess was 120 to 150. We should have been 115. Again, looking at the numbers specifically here, just to kind of clarify, U6 unemployment rate, there are some scary things. Like the U6 unemployment rate came in at 8.2%, which was last time it was 8%, right? So the U6 unemployment rate showed up at 8.2%. Last time was 8%. So that's not good. That's not good. Some people would argue that's a more accurate reflection of unemployment in this country. Participation rate, again, 61.8. Manufacturing payrolls lost some steam. They came in at negative 2,000, negative 2K. And so the numbers, they were good and bad things, mostly positive for jobs. Will they revise these numbers? Again, we talked about this a lot before the data release, but will they revise these numbers, chat? Price is right. Yeah, will they revise these numbers? Jobs up, no cuts. Nasdaq's going to retrace. Yeah, a little scary. All lies. That's Brit. Is this report a beacon of dishonesty?
You know it.
Will they revise it here, guys? I think I need to lower my size just a tad bit right here. I mean, we just popped up. Actually, now I'm deeply in the green. But it's taking too long up here, man. I believe we can fly today. I think these numbers confirm resiliency. It doesn't look like we're headed towards a recession if these numbers are accurate, which is kind of a big if.
It would if I hadn't hacked you and planted a phony report.
You hacked everybody, Brent. All right, look, we're up nicely here. Look, we're up nicely. Fake numbers, probably yes. Look at this. Look, I knew it the whole time. I knew it was gonna go higher here. If you want to help support me, use code BGT on Lucid, on Tradeify, on Apex, on Take Profit, guys. BGT gets you the max discount. Listen, we don't claim to be an expert here. Everything we do here is free. We report the numbers faster than everybody else. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You're welcome. Are the likes at 500 yet? They should be. I'm gonna scale out a little bit more here. Everything we do here is free. You got a lot of people trying to act like experts and they kind of handpick and do everything like that. Try to sell you courses. Look, we don't do any of that stuff. I'm just giving it. I try to just be honest, give everything away for free. And again, if you support that, I appreciate you guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
We're at 379, and everybody smash the like button for Honest John here.
Yeah, Honest John. They called me that in high school. That was my name.
They did.
Brent knows. Brent knows. In fact, I wouldn't respond. I didn't respond unless they called me that. If they didn't say Honest John, hey Honest John, I would just not even respond to him. I wouldn't even look at him. I was that honest.
He told everybody when he chopped down the cherry tree.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, so we're greed here, guys. Somehow American greed prevails again. There was somebody, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Abe Lincoln that said, greed is good, guys. Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. I think that was Abe, right? Definitely not Gordon Gekko. Definitely not old Gordon. But American greed prevails again.
That was clearly the eloquence of our 16th president.
Yeah. John the Kind. That's right.
Sounds like sounds like a title in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Best channel for news and honest data. John is the secret Fed chair. Did we get any revisions? Yes, we did get revisions. All right, and this is not the best part here. So look, they revised the previous numbers from March to 185,000, which is up 7,000. Previously it was 178,000. They revised it up to 185K. But what a lot of people missed is that for February they revised them down. February came in at negative 133,000. They revised that down to negative 156,000. That's 23,000 deficit versus what it was previously for February, which means it's negative 16,000 tilt. So yeah, that's what happened. All right, we're still in this, guys. It's still pushing up here, man. Again, the labor report just ripped everybady's face off. NASDAQ flying higher here, man. Let's see what the market does today. But Honest Abe was a day trader. Yeah, I do believe Abe Lincoln said that on MySpace. You know, he was a big user of MySpace. He didn't like Facebook that much, though. You know, Gordon. Market front runs the economy, and the economy follows behind, like when they started rate hikes and tightening in 2022, and the market tanked most of the year. The economy slowed, got worse over time. Yeah, and that might be true here. I think a lot of these numbers are still skewed from the on and off shutdowns we've seen over the last 6 to 8 months. We've seen a lot of weird prints over the last 6 to 8 months. Again, guys, listen, I'm just gonna put it out there again. Y'all might never hear the end of this. I guess they're pretty close to accurate. You know, again, let me go back to what I showed you guys earlier in terms of what the banks were expecting. I bet 120 to 150,000. None of the banks, literally zero of the banks, except for maybe you could argue UBS did. None of the banks bet over 100,000 here. None of the banks bet over 100,000. UBS was the only one, maybe them and HSBC, you could argue it. Kalshi 74K, Citigroup negative 15K, Barclays 0, SocGen 40, Santander 45, Deutsche 50, JP Morgan 64, BNP 65, Goldman 75, Bank of America 80K. So I was really more accurate than all the banks here, guys. You know, y'all will never hear the end of it.
No, John BGT top 3 MVP guessers.
Yeah, that's right. I thought you were gonna go into like a freestyle right there, but it sounded like it. Like John top 3 NFP. I was thinking, yeah.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to overwhelm everybody with my mad flow skills, you know.
Yeah. I was gonna put a different beat on and just let it happen, you know.
No. You can't put on a beat. You got to beatbox.
Yeah, Kalshi got it more accurate than a lot of the other places, though. All right, so we'll probably cut the rest of this. We've scaled out of almost all of this at this point in time, but we will try to hold this break even. The thing I think markets want right now is 29,000 here. Here's 29K. So 29,000 is, I think, a big dynamic. I think bulls are going to stay in control as we get closer to 29,000. I think market's going to want it. Honest John prepared to. Their employees don't care as much. All right, guys. We're starting to correct a little bit. Do we reverse this move now?
I don't know.
Do we reverse this move now, chat? Possible pullback here? Not yet. Buy or sell right here, chat. Buy or sell. Mike Walker, would you buy UPWK at 8? I don't know much about UPWK, my friend. It's under $10. I usually don't mess with it. We got a notification. I don't know what it was, but we got one. So if you subscribe, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Sell, buy, sell everything. Buy. Friday dump later. What are your thoughts on the current software thesis? Ooh, that's really nuanced. You guys know how much I like that word. But this one genuinely is. I think AI is going to eat a lot of their lunch, but I think it might consolidate the best software companies and make them larger. Obviously, there's risk to the private credit markets because of this. This is something that investors and analysts have seen over the last little bit here. There's obvious risks, but again, I think it's going to consolidate the big ones, and the small ones that are on the edge are going to get pushed out. Is what I think from competition, all that, which is really what happens when increased competition from AI sprouts up like this. I think some businesses are going to be just straight up rendered obsolete. So I think, one of the markets that is really, one of the places that markets are really worried about is cybersecurity companies. Like CrowdStrike has lost some interest. And so it's one of those things where I think it's going to hurt some and help some. I think it's going to hurt some and help some. I think if we're... Sorry, Britt, I know you're about to say something. I just kind of
No, it's okay. Talking. It wasn't important.
Okay, yeah. I think... companies like Adobe they're still going to be around and they're still going to have business. But I think, you got to understand, Adobe just lost a huge chunk of their business. Like Photoshop is basically, I'm not going to say it's useless now, because you still, there's niche, there's niche, arguments for Adobe. Like people still need it sometimes. But it's obviously going to be used much, much less than it was before. And that dynamic is going to continue and continue and continue. And so it's going to be a transitionary period for some of these companies, but I think a lot of them are still going to be fine. Rate hike. Why wouldn't software companies simply switch entirely to AI? Well, because some of their business model is, doing it for people. And so if people can do it themselves with AI, they're not going to use those businesses regardless of whether the businesses switch to AI, unless they create their own AI versions, which is something that you see with like vidIQ, where vidIQ is just producing thumbnails now.
Also, at this point, I think that, no matter how good AI is right now, it's still a good idea to have some human oversight.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you need humans to watch it, of course. But again, I've talked about this dynamic a lot. I know I'm like a broken record, but this is the thing people have to understand. You've had a lot of people critical of AI over the past years and years. People have been like, AI sucks. Gatorade's better, or water sucks. Gatorade's better, or Gatorade sucks. Water's better. What is the quote? Anyways, let me get off track there. I'm too busy trying to tell jokes. You've had a lot of people talk about AI. They're like, hey, AI sucks. They'll isolate these little niche aspects of AI, like, hey, AI is not good at this. You don't want to look at what it's good at now. You want to look at the progress that it's made in 4 or 5 years. Look at the difference now versus 5 years ago. Again, I'm going to use the same example I always use. Look at Will Smith eating spaghetti 5 years ago with AI. It was a mess. Everybody knew it wasn't real, right? Now you get Will Smith eating spaghetti. It looks like Will Smith eating spaghetti. It's almost virtually, indistinguishable. And that dynamic is going to continue here, guys. So that dynamic will continue. And so you have to extrapolate that dynamic over the next 10, 15, 20 years. And what you realize very quickly when you do that is that AI is going to be fucking wild in 20 years. Wild in 20 years. It's going to be fucking crazy in 20 years. Like, it's going to be so hard to imagine how good it is in 20 years. Also, robots, Optimus, humanoid robots are coming here as well. And if you're looking for the next big buddy pull in markets, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Not financial advice. We don't even do that here. I'm definitely not a financial advice giver. I'm going to cut the rest of this trade and just bow out of this trade. I made money on it. But NASDAQ is starting to reverse back down here. It is starting to reverse.
I hope you shorted up at the top.
I did. We're still green from the NFP report, but we're starting to reverse the entire thing back down. Maybe the market's waking up to some of these revisions. Yeah, I know I don't usually curse, but I wanted to my point there. I just wanted to, right, that's right. I just wanted to, PG rating gone. Gone. But yeah, NASDAQ at 28,920s here. 28,920s. And I'm not even saying I think this is a good thing, just to clarify. I'm not saying I think AI is good. I'm not saying I want AI to be this way. I'm not saying it should be this way. I'm not saying it's a good thing at all. I honestly think it's bad. I think it's worse. I think it's not good. I think the more this happens, the less real life we get. And it's bad. It's bad. Anyways, Bitcoin's still falling down some on this report here. Bitcoin has fallen down. Here, Bitcoin was right here. Here's Bitcoin futures on the bottom left on this chart. Bitcoin has fallen down from 80.6K all the way down to 80.25 thousand right here. So Bitcoin has really, really heavily dumped here.
Did you say plummeted?
Now I have to question whether plummeted is a real word. If Bert's saying we have plummeted down, past tense. Plummeted.
Did you really just have to look that up?
No, I didn't. No, I immediately think sometimes you correct me too much, guys. Sometimes you correct me too much. No, I'm sorry. I feel personally attacked by it. Let me use the wrong words, Britt. Let me use the wrong words.
I would, but it's kind of like a thorn in my brain. It's kind of a pet peeve.
No, I'm just messing. I honestly don't care. It's probably for the best you do. I'd rather you tell me if I'm doing something, if I'm saying something wrong.
Good, because I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's okay. Viewer count went up. A niche plummet. Is it niche or niche? I don't know which one. Niche sounds like a curse word,
What? Oh, I thought you said Mitch. Like,
Don't you talk about Mitch? You know?
I'm not. It was a joke from Real House Husbands of Hollywood with Kevin Hart.
I thought you were talking about my friend Money Mitch over there. I think he's at Trade the Pool now. Money Mitch, dude. We played Halo with Money Mitch. He's actually pretty good, dude. He's actually pretty good. Who knew? You know?
Yeah, he was. I mean, we beat him, but he was pretty good.
We didn't beat him. He was on our team. You know?
I'm just talking about we outscored him.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we're going to do that, you know? Mitch is going to come on here and be like, dude, don't you talk about me. Anyways, guys, gold up to 47 threes. I'm tempted to buy the NASDAQ here. This is a very large pullback. I'm buying.
Also, Sam traded the short, apparently. And apparently he said that he was going to in the chat. Let me scan back through their CPs.
We are now in 40 micro contracts here. I think the market wants 29,000, but the problem is like the market might want 29K, but it might pull back some more before it goes there. It could also pull back to 28,900s and then go up. We still have a lot of day left here for the market to do what it's going to do. So we still got some time. Mitch McConnell. Anything under 5% ain't a move for crypto. Yeah, let me put this data up here on the bottom of the screen just so people can see.
Okay, I can't find it. Actually, I'm just going to take you at your word, Sam. I believe you. I know you did. I was just teasing you anyway.
Yeah. Also, guys, everybody here, give me a follow on x.com at Beginner Trades. Also, our Discord has been growing very fast here. Follow us on Discord. Join our Discord. Now,
I was teasing you, Sam. I didn't figure you were.
All right, I just pinned this message to the top of the screen. Join our Discord now. Please. All right, so let's see if we get the bounce that I want here. I think bull optimism has to be the most powerful thing in markets right now. I think the report was good. The only thing people might worry about, I'm sure yields went up on this report, right? Like, let me look at yields. I'm assuming yields, popped higher here because, much stronger labor report is going to mean yields popped maybe, but not necessarily. Yields are actually down here. Interesting. I wonder maybe the revisions here might make people nervous about interest rates. There's a little bit of lag. Let's look at 2-year treasuries.
Well, the NASDAQ's hitting some support right now, though.
Yeah, we're up. I'm going to start taking a little bit off here. There we go. That's what I wanted here. And now I can just kind of, let me get out. Let me hold 15, and I'll let the last little 15. Yeah, yields are falling here, which is, you would think a really strong labor market. Yields and interest rates follow each other. Higher labor data means we have less cut potential. And so it's interesting to see yields fall on this, but yeah, despite the big job number beats, 10-year and 2-year yields are down. Interesting. I'm not telling anybody to buy or sell. Yeah, I'm trading on a prop firm. So Strickland loses. Strickland's gonna lose, bro. And so if you think that's gonna cause a bear market in the S&P, that's a pretty safe bet. I want him to win. I just don't think Hamzat's gonna lose anytime soon to anybody. Closest fight he had was Gilbert Burns, and that's just because he went out there with his chin high, swinging. And then the next fight with Drickus, he did the complete opposite. He just took him down and held him there for 25 minutes. They say sell in May, but they don't say which day. Yeah, I mean, look, and so far May has not been a sell month. Markets have flown here. I'm gonna take a little bit more off here. I think that was my mistake. The last trade is that I held it a little bit too long. We'll wait now. We'll add back if it continues to go in my favor. So yeah.
Honestly,
hey,
depending on the odds, I would bet on Strickland anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you could take the the underdog. I get it. All right, guys, here we're bouncing back higher. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I'm looking at other breaking news. I don't get any. The next thing today, guys, so non-farm payrolls unemployment came out. We covered all of this. We should get an official response by Iran today. is what they're saying. I think, was it Rubio that said that? We should get an official response today.
Later, Sam.
Hey, have a good one, Sam. I think it was Rubio that said that. I think. Right? I know we kind of already got a response already, but I think, you know, we should get some type of response. Listen, I want 500 likes. We got 428. 428. Let's see if we hold up here. I keep getting the sub notification. Shout out to Adams. I appreciate it. Adams Wong. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Trying to find a statement about Rubio. I only remember him talking really about China.
Somebody said we were expecting Iran to have a response by Friday. John, are you the other? Or no, the other guy's John O. Okay, that's right. Let me look this up. Iran response Friday. Okay, so we actually just went red. I'm gonna sell the rest right here. So we scaled out of that, and now we're out. We could drop as low as, hold on, something just dropped. It could be the 9 a.m. scrum, but look at the Nasdaq move here. We're wiggling a little bit here in markets right now. Yeah, so Marco Rubio said that the country should get a response on Friday from Iran to its proposal to end the war. So yeah, we did get that. 9 o'clock. Yeah, here's the 9 o'clock wiggle coming. I'm still bullish though. I think market's very close to 29,000. Good labor data. 4.3% unemployment. Good labor data. I think markets are going to want to be bullish here. So maybe we'll buy another dip. We got a cushion now.
It's running all the way back down.
Watch the response happen right after market close. Yeah, it had to be after futures close, and you know. Hey, shout out to Jay, my guy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
I think now might be the time. Well, I'm just curious. Think now would be a good time to go long, or you think it's going to keep running down?
Honestly, I really don't know. I'm still looking at a long personally, just because of how the market's moving. I'm still just looking at longs. But you know, anything can happen here. Markets have a high degree of variance, and so anything could freaking happen here. You know, we'll see.
I'm gonna bet on long too.
Yeah.
I mean, not actually placing any shares anywhere, but
I feel you. I'm not against the long. I'm gonna buy right here. But we're going to take this one small, and we're going to add to it if it goes in my favor. And again, if you want to help support your boy here, check out Lucid. Lucid, they give you a demo, they test your skill with it. You pass the test, they fund you between 25K up to 150,000. Lucid's great. It allows 10-to-1 micro-scaling, which is what you see me do here a lot on mine. Kind of the best of both worlds. And the evals, there's no consistency rule, I think, right? For the pro accounts, there's no consistency rule. And so really, it's a great way to learn. Most day traders lose. They processed the payout with me in like 1 minute, literally 1 minute. I requested the payout. They processed it. I got the email 1 minute later. So if you want to check out Lucid, I'll put the link up. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. Here is the Lucid link right here. We'll see what the opening bell brings us today, though, man. Let's wait for it. But here's the link. Check it out. They are an affiliate of mine. I get paid, you know, so I'm biased, of course. Try to be honest. U.S. hit several tankers. Yeah, we got that news earlier. I'm not going to go long. Yeah, I went long here, guys. I went long.
I think it's the right move. Let's see. When did Britt join the show? Some people say I've always been here, like in spirit.
It's spirit.
You know, like an ethereal presence. But realistically, I joined in March, I think. Yeah, it was March.
Yeah. It's up until the Clarity Act. Strong liquidation cluster on Bitcoin around 80.7 thousand. Is Bitcoin still falling? Where's Bitcoin now? Let me look at this. Let me look at not Bitcoin futures and actual Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of sideways now, but it's been falling some this morning here. If you look at it, here's Bitcoin. It's back down to 80,000. Again, one of the things with crypto that makes crypto trading profitable is that crypto easily reacts to psychological levels. You just gotta wait for it. So like, look at 80,000. Even if we don't continue higher here, like look at this stop right at 80,000. It kind of shows you that big whole dollar numbers make people react. Like, it's just psychological. You know, people are naturally going to watch 80K, 90K, 100K. And the NASDAQ, again, they're naturally going to watch big whole dollar numbers like 1,000 numbers like 29, 30, 31. And so I think it just makes sense to pay attention to it. But I think because Bitcoin is just a little bit different of an asset, that people react to those levels even more psychologically. Although it does make some freaking swings. VIX is dropping. Yeah, the VIX is dropping because the Nasdaq's going up. Nasdaq going up, markets going up, S&P going up. The VIX is going to fall, because of that. I see that the U.S. military undertook additional airstrikes targeting several empty tankers, which were attempting to break the blockade en route to Iran. People stack buy and sell orders at even numbers. Yeah, 100%. They just naturally watch them, base their trades around them. That's why they stack those orders there, is because people naturally look at them, base their trades around them, see them as support and resistance. And technicals are all self-fulfilling. Even on like the volume profile, right? You look at the volume profile. One of the things that you see is some of these high volume areas are at whole dollar numbers. Here's 28,900. Here's hold on, wait. We're wiggling a little bit here. Here's 28,950. Here's 28,050. You can kind of see some big levels here. Look at that level right at this low. It's not perfect, but a lot of the big levels you see on the volume profile are whole dollar psychological numbers that orders are just stacked on.
What did you just read about about a U.S. military movement?
I see that U.S. military undertook additional airstrikes targeting several empty tankers, which were attempting to break the blockade.
Okay. I thought that's what it was, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Listen, guys, we have 25 minutes left until the opening bell. 25 minutes. Yeah, let's see if we got the U.S. hit. Yeah, I saw that. The NASDAQ on a, what is this? I am going to cut this if it starts to dump down here. Let's see. We're right at the 1 minute 200 exponential though. This is a 5 minute chart I have up, but this is the 1 minute 200 exponential. So I do want to let it work. My risk level is going to be under 900s at like 9.5s. We get down to 9.5s, I'm cutting this. 8.95s that is on the NASDAQ. Outside of that, I'll hold it. It's not a hyena. That's my dog, Rosie. You want a free membership, I think, today, brother. So go. You want a free membership,
I thought Rosie was a hyena.
That's my dog, Rosie, bro. She's the greatest dog ever. She's the greatest dog ever. I love her. She's my favorite. Bruce is cool, but Rosie's cooler,
Bruce is all right. I mean, we feed him,
Bruce, the problem, he has like a gland issue. He kind of stinks, to be honest. We bathe him.
It doesn't kind of stink, man. He stinks.
We bathe him. It doesn't do anything. It almost smells worse after you bathe him. I think he's got a gland issue. So we love him, but he's sweetest dog ever. Though Bruce is cool. Like we're
you
nice
love him
to
from a distance.
Well, we pet him. I'm the only one that'll like really like still pet him. I have to bathe afterwards, but anyways, I'm gonna cut this again. We're getting close to that 95 level. We break under 95, I'm out. Getting too high volume area of the volume profile here. There's 95s, just about to cut it.
Does Lucid allow applicants from South Africa to join?
You got to reach out to them. I can't remember all the countries specifically, but they might. I don't know. Reach out to them, brother. Or just look on their website. Again, you can find all the links to all of them. Lucid is really good. Yeah, I'm cutting that. I'm out. And look at this drop coming in. Take Profit's also really good for beginners. You can use Take Profit. Apex. I don't know if Apex still has their 90%. I think Apex's 90% sale ended yesterday. Sometimes they'll update it and do it again now. Yeah, so I think it ended yesterday. All right, guys. Yeah, we got out just in time. This is why I wanted to get out at 95, because I think we're getting into that higher volume area of the profile here. I'm still very green on the day, by the way. But I don't want to ride through this type of dump here. So. Also, guys, nobody joined our Discord. There's the Discord link. Join it. Do it. Support it. John is trolling me. Oh, sorry. I recently subbed to you. Yay. Yeah, you're a made man here now. You're a member. Tony Montana. Yes. Michael Saylor selling Bitcoin's a bad sign. All right. So look, we got out exactly where we wanted to based off of some of this movement here. But as I say, though, let's see if we rip back higher. We're at 890s now, 890s.
I just asked Lucid AI, and it says that South Africa is on their restricted countries list.
Yeah, I think that South Africa is a little bit more strict with that type of stuff, to be honest. So it is what it is. You know.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, dude. No fun for you. No fun for you. All right, guys, let's see what we get today. I'm excited, man. It should be fun. All right, we're still dipping here. Like I said, I don't know what. Let's see, what do we have? 20 minutes left until the market open. Jobs plus 115 versus 62 expected. Yeah, that's what we showed up as. Plus 15. We revised some previous numbers down, though. So we did revise February down another 23,000 or something like that. It was either 23 or 24,000 negative revision for February. And then for March, we revised it up 7,000. It was 178. Now it's 185 now.
So a net 13,000 negative.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I'm checking the chat here. Roger, cheers. Yeah, all good, Marty. I checked in the, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, it has fallen. Look, here's Bitcoin again, guys. Are y'all bull or bearish? Bitcoin is now fallen under 80,000 on the stronger jobs print. Again, Bitcoin wants easing. They want low interest rates, and high job numbers means less green light to cut interest rates. You know, to cut interest rates, again, just to give you guys some understanding about all this stuff. To cut interest rates, hold on, is this Christmas music playing in my chat? To cut interest rates, you need economic weakness, right? The Fed has a dual mandate. Their job is to maintain balance. So if we have like super weak jobs, the Fed can step in and lower interest rates, stimulate the economy. Businesses can expand more. It ultimately can stimulate the economy and cause a rebound effect. But it could risk inflation is the worry. They could do more desperate things like quantitative easing and stuff like that with it. Because, again, when they expand their balance sheet through asset purchases, which is what quantitative easing is, it's kind of money printing where they create online money, buy up bonds and other assets and expand their balance sheet. When they do that, it injects liquidity, can ultimately bring interest rates down in a more desperate, faster way. It's what they did in 2020. It's what they did in 2007 and 2008. I think they did it in the mid 2010s as well. But it can spike inflation much more. And even Warsh is stepping in as the new Fed chairman. I think they're confirming him on the 11th. Which I believe is Monday, for Warsh. His whole mentality is that and they can do the opposite, right? Before I go into that, they can do the opposite. They can raise interest rates if inflation's a risk, right? If inflation's risky, like right now with the Middle Eastern conflict, what this might mean for markets is higher rates for longer, is what this job report shows. You know, because again, if inflation's a risk, they can raise interest rates. It can ultimately push down everything a little bit more and calm inflation. Or they can do QT. They can reduce their balance sheet, restrict liquidity, ultimately make it more restrictive, and make inflation get pushed down some from just less activity. And so Warsh, going back to this, Warsh is what we might see under Warsh is something that we've never really seen before in the Fed, and what that is that Warsh might cut interest rates. But do QT, quantitative tightening, reduce the balance sheet while simultaneously cutting interest rates. And we've never seen that. It's kind of a balanced thing between both of them. I'm curious to see how the market might respond. But yeah, it should be interesting. Warsh is supposed to get confirmed on the 11th, guys, the 11th. Anyways, NASDAQ coming down here. NASDAQ falling.
Big green candle on oil.
Yeah, oil spiking. NASDAQ going down.
It's trying to spike, but it's meeting resistance now.
Yeah, it's not the biggest green candle here, But it is a green candle. NASDAQ is just kind of reversing all the gains that we put in just now. Interesting. Nobody's going to tell me my banner didn't fit. Nobody's going to tell me that.
No one cares about your banner, John.
I know, dude. I see that, bro. I'm personally offended by this.
What it really is they're jealous and they just don't want to tell you how much they love it.
That's right. They love the banner, Britt. I know. They love the banner. Everybody loves it. They walk in, they say, "Wow, would you look at that banner?"
First thing they say when they walk into your house, huh? Also, we're 30 likes away from 500. You guys help us out.
I think we can honestly do it. I think we can.
I know we can.
Yeah.
We just need the chat to participise, which is actually a word. It's not, but
yeah, I was gonna say no, it's not, Britt. Again, Britt's a beacon of dishonesty. There we go. Yeah, Bitcoin's still falling down though. It's right at 80,000 though. S&P falling down, gold's falling down. Nasdaq continues to tumble. It's just reversed all the gains it made from the payroll report plus more. I'm still bullish on the day though. Maybe market volatility unlocks at 8:30. Maybe market volatility unlocks at 8:30. The AI-driven deflation coming will be countered by massive money printing and high oil prices. That is the plan, and it is so obvious. Maybe. I didn't say they'd cut the balance sheet and continue to buy treasuries. I said they would lower interest rates and simultaneously reduce the balance sheet. And I think I said that, right? That's what I meant, if it's not what I said. Is it time to buy or sell right here, guys? We got 15 minutes until the market opens. Buy or sell in markets right now? Buy or sell? What do you guys think? Warsh has only one vote, and he's not persuasive enough to swing the other vote with him. He might be. I mean, I don't know. You underestimate the sway that the Federal Reserve gives the chairman. You know, the FOMC. I mean, he is just one vote, sure, but I do think he's gonna have more sway than just an average voter.
Well, if he didn't have any sway, what would be the point in even having a chairman?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Sell. So I asked people buy or sell. I see sell, buy. Nasdaq's still falling here though. Look at this drop.
Yeah, it is. Now it's down below where it was before the report.
Yeah, Hassett says as robots improve, we will require more policies for reskilling workers. Core inflation has remained stable despite oil and jobs. He says AI jobs are growing rapidly. People should use AI tools for job security. Describes the job market as rip-roaring. He says strong jobs report for the last 2 months. Data is showing people using AI for their jobs.
We require more policies for reskilling workers.
Yeah. Yeah, we're dipping down a little bit here. Let's see. S&P kind of slowed, but the Nasdaq is really what's falling here. And this is driven by, let's see.
I don't wonder about...
Driven by Apple pulling back, Meta, Microsoft pulling back, Google pulling back. Yeah. So, some of the Mag 7 dipping down, causing some bigger drops.
What do you think about holding now and going long for the open?
I'm thinking about buying right here, really. But I think it's a little risky. Actually, we might buy a little bit here ahead of the open. But it's going to be small. Buy the dip. Yeah, I don't know. Signal on the 15-minute inside bar. Yeah.
What were you calling a dip?
Yeah, let's put this up. And again, this is an eval, by the way. I'll switch to funded after the open. We got this up. I hate when I get a trade signal right before the open. Yeah, for sure. I get it. I don't like trading the opening bell 5 minutes. It's too volatile. I know it's the exciting thing to do, but I don't like necessarily trading it.
Advisor Hassett, we are studying options on latest tariff ruling. I think we'll see rate cuts this year because of Wash. Backup plan will ensure Trump's trade policy is made real.
Yeah. Yeah, an inside bar, guys, just to show you some understanding here, is when you have like a big candle here. Let's just call this a candle, right? And the next one you have like a smaller candle within this bar. Here's the bar, right? The next one would have a smaller candle within this bar. What it signals is consolidation. And so in periods of consolidation, it kind of can be a it can be a precursor to like a big rip, you know, or big dip, depending on which direction it's on, and that's how traders use it. So that's an inside bar. Freak the F out and panic, sell everything, it's over. That's what the banks say when they're buying stuff up, you know. I'm not saying you're wrong here. I don't freaking know. Again, I don't know. I think there's too much money flowing into AI, even with the software fears. I think we're in the mix of a big technology evolution that's just makes it different. And sure, the internet was that thing too in the 90s and early 2000s. And we did have one of the longest bear markets in history, so it's certainly possible we get that. You know, it's definitely possible. But you know, this is different, and I think maybe every you know, Greenspan described the late 90s as irrational exuberance. Irrational exuberance. The question is, are we in that type of dynamic now? And again, I could ask the chat, do you guys think we're in irrational exuberance? Guys, do you guys think we're in irrational exuberance? I don't know. I think we definitely have, I don't know if it's irrational exuberance. I think we have some exuberance for sure. But even when Greenspan said that, we continued up for 4 years afterwards. So for 4 years following Greenspan saying that, we ripped up. And so I think we could be due for a correction, but it might not be right now.
About when people lost tons of money in their 401ks, like their 401ks just pumped, and then everybody lost a bunch.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious we're in a bubble. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I think markets are freaking super elevated right now. I'd say we're probably getting there. Yes, it's built on large language models. The tech of the near future will allow AI to run without the need for data centers. Maybe. All right, guys, here we go. We got 10 minutes left until the opening bell. Let's see what we get today.
I mean, maybe as data storage becomes more and more efficient. I mean, I saw a documentary a little while back about, believe it or not, people studying how to use electrons as data banks.
Interesting. Yeah, we're at 494 likes, guys. Six of you guys, listen. If you have not liked the stream, listen, guys. I'm talking to you. Like the stream, do it now.
Creepy whispering.
We're back. I know Britt doesn't like whispers, so I'm whispering as much as I can right now. You know.
Hey, 5:15. Awesome, you guys. Thanks.
Okay, bro. Why? How is it that? Dwarves? How is it that, bro? I feel attacked here, dude. I feel attacked. ASMR John? That's right. New YouTube channel coming soon here, guys. Coming soon. ASMR John and the Beacon of Dishonesty, Brit. I'm really rolling with that name, Brit. I'm gonna label you that from now on.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. We got like 50 likes just now. Shout out to you guys. You guys know. Look, I'm gonna do that more. Y'all are conditioning me right now, you know. Y'all are Pavlov and I'm the dogs right now. Y'all are Pavlov and I'm the dogs right now.
I was gonna say it's totally going to become a Pavlovian response.
Yeah. John, I love the stream. You should charge $1 a day or $14.99 a month. Get it now for $7.99. Bro, you're the greatest from Egypt with love. Hey, thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother. Yeah. I appreciate the support, guys. I do. Did the first thing, homie, when I came on. Listen, I knew you would, Toxic, and I appreciate you guys. That's why you're a made man here in this chat, you know. The eyes. They eyes got me shivering in my knees. Are you a pirate, sir? I heard that in a pirate accent.
Shiver me knees, you know?
Yeah, I did hear that. That's what I heard. All right. I'm waiting for this to go up here. We got 8 minutes left. 8 minutes until the opening bell. Let's see what we get today. Let's see what we get.
Unfortunately, I do a great pirate voice.
Yeah, I can't do any accents. Mine always end up sounding Australian. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. You know, I can try to do a pirate voice. Somehow it's gonna get to like shrimp on the barbie, might. You know, somehow it's gonna get there. I can't do it. I've given it up. No, I try not to.
All right, what are you doing with them shrimp? You know, I'm gonna stop, but I do enjoy it, honestly.
Y'all got Brit in a pirate voice today, guys. Come on now. You know, what have y'all done? You know, squash buckling. Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Will I lose money on this trade? Let me know. Will I lose money? 8 minutes left until the opening bell. NASDAQ has completely reversed all the gains. Here's 8:30 right here, guys. And here is where the market is now. We are at completely break even from where we were from when non-farm payrolls unemployment came out. They showed up almost, what did they? Yeah, they showed up almost 100% more than expected. And so now we are completely flat on this report. The opening bell is in 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
And looks like we've hit a breath hold until the market open. Hopefully.
Yeah. $14.99, you get John uncensored. Oh, bro, it's gonna be more than $14.99, dude. I'm telling you.
Is that like what we watched? Is that where like John flexes for the camera while he's talking about the markets?
Right. OnlyFans coming soon. You will not. You will not lose. You will have to hold until 10:30. What if I don't want to hold? Listen. I'm just gonna break this to y'all. I'm selling this before the next 6 minutes are up here. Really, if anything, we're gonna get market on open data. Hold on. In 10 seconds. Oh no. Here, I'm gonna reduce size right now. We're green enough. I'm getting out of most of this. I'll hold through market on open here, which is in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go green. Let the bulls reign in here today. But I have scaled out of most of this. I'm not holding through that.
Someone in chat already said it, but Iran released a statement saying the U.S. proposal to end the war is under review.
Oh, they did on Tasman 3 minutes ago. That's true. So yeah, U.S. proposal to end the war is under review. The market did not react though. I think that's a good sign. Them saying they're looking at it instead of saying, you know. Again, I would assume they would be like, this proposal looks terrible. You know, we will not stand for this aggression.
This aggression against Iran will not stand, man.
Right, that's right. You know, I'm just the dude. But no, yeah. I would assume they would come out saying something like that. And so them saying, hey, we're looking at it, I think that's a good sign. I think we've heard too much back and forth from this, though, over the last 30 days. So markets are pricing in less movement from these reports, which honestly, I think it's a good thing. Again, I'm not a political guy. I'm very neutral. But just because of everything going on, I've had to put the president in my thumbnail lately. I'm not for or against anything. I hope he does a good job. He's the president of my country. I'm not going deep into anything else. But I'd rather not be political. And so I'm really hoping this ends. Accept the deal. Let's end this. You know, let me go back to spamming Jerome Powell in my thumbnails. Maybe Wash. I don't freaking know. But here we go, guys. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. All right, here's 5 minutes. Same news every day. Yeah, so we did see that news. We're waiting here, guys. All right, here's the opening bell. Good luck. Should I hold this through the open? We have 3 minutes left.
Hold it.
Crude diving down. Yeah, I'm sure crude is falling. And here is the NASDAQ here. I'm selling right now. Britt told me to hold it. I'm selling right now. I see Google just cracked lows too. It's looking kind of bearish, and crude didn't crack lows. Yeah, Google cracked lows. Oil fell. Like, look, let's put oil up. Here's CL futures. So 94 is a big level in CL futures as well. So like, here's CL futures. So we're very close to that.
I hope you regret your decision to cut it, and I hope I was right.
I know. I listen. I hope that too, man. You know, you need a win. You know,
I do. I've never guessed right before.
You honestly have been guessing right. As much as I hate to say this, you've been guessing pretty correct. You know,
I know. Thank you.
With your couple months of experience, you've been nailing it, Britt. You've been nailing it. Was gonna get a non-deal deal. They went in their 30-day discussion period to discuss a deal. Yeah, I think a non-deal deal is good. Oil just dipped under 94s. S&P completely flat here ahead of the opening bell. We got 2 minutes left. Brett says, Long John, sell everything now. I can respect the Game of Thrones name. Valar, Magulis, or whatever it is.
All men must die.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Oh, does it? I thought it was a Game of Thrones reference somehow.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. It seemed really Game of Thrones languagey, you know.
At least that's what it said when I looked it up the other day, because I noticed his name the other day.
Is it Dornish? Is that it? I'd assume it is.
No, it's High Valerian.
Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever. It's Friday. We ain't got no deal, and we ain't got ish to do but trade. It's Friday. We have jobs. We got jobs.
We got stuff to do.
And we ain't got ish to do but trade. That's right. There's some. I'm trying to quote Friday the best I can.
Without being too vulgar.
Yeah.
Bitcoin at 79,860.
What I really like is when the labor data comes in weak and I can hit them with it's Friday. We ain't got no jobs and we ain't got ish to do but trade the market open. But we did have jobs today, so I couldn't use my favorite, my favorite quote. Anyways, S&P Nasdaq falling down some more here. Bitcoin has probably been the most hit from this labor data here. Bitcoin dumped. We're at 28,872, 871s for the Nasdaq. We are falling.
Don't you steal my reveal? I said it first.
All right, guys. We are going to trade our actual funded account now, so let's switch to that.
10 seconds out.
Ooh, yeah, that's all right. That's all right. We had our first red day all month for May. We're going to go sit by the bay and eat some hay, but we had our first red day. There's the opening bell, guys. There's the opening bell. We are in this high volume area of the volume profile. I got to wait a little while. Let's see what we get today. Nasdaq is pretty flat at the open. We're not really moving that much at the opening bell. I still am bullish, to be honest. I still think markets are going up. I just can't really hold through the first 5 minutes here.
Stop fighting it and go up.
Yeah. Inverse Brit is still a thing. Peace is bearish. Hey, thank you, Almac. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. We appreciate you guys. Read this, double down. Ron used the word too many times. The trust me bro was hilarious. Yeah. First move is the wrong move. All right, so we're starting to rip up. We're at 28,900s here.
Right, you do what I tell you.
I'm bullish too, as much as I hate to admit I side with Brit. I am bullish too. We're close to 29,000. Good payroll numbers. The only thing this might influence, like, look, the FOMC rate, Fed rate, the Fed watch tool is frozen right now for me. Is the Fed watch tool frozen for anybody else? I mean, we're not really ripping up here. We're up though since the open. Now we're kind of ripping up.
Yeah, I'm willing it to happen.
We're still 94.6% odds of a pause. 94-6. Yeah, we did just rip up here, so maybe we'll buy this dip. I gotta wait though. Yeah, the Department of War just released UFO and potential alien files.
I'm really interested in that.
Yeah. I saw the Iran Foreign Ministry spokesperson says our armed forces are fully prepared and closely monitoring the situation wherever necessary. They will respond with full force. And yeah, I mean...
Whatever.
U.S. proposal to end the war under review. Look at this rip here, guys. Again, bull is, I think, makes sense. We're over all-time highs today. We had a really strong labor report. At the very least, it means maybe we're not headed towards a recession as long as they don't revise these numbers again. But let's see if we get a dip to buy right now. It's a 5-minute chart, so we're monitoring
honest, I'm
this.
tired of all
We'll come back to it.
all the posturing and chest beating that's been happening on the world stage in the last long time, really, but 10 years or so.
Yeah. Here's the S&P. It's at 74s. Bitcoin bouncing back a little bit here, though, guys. Nasdaq trying to get some strength. Buy Occidental Petroleum. What's a buy today, guys? What's a buy right now? Let me know in chat. Put your symbols, put your indices, put your stuff up in chat. What's a buy right now, guys? What is a buy? Let me know what a buy is here. Now buy the match between economic data versus Iran war. Yeah. Apply Digital, buy oil, Nvidia, Trade Desk, Circle, QCOM, ETH, Steel, Joby Aviation, BTG, Use my coupon code BGC. Buy. No, I could never. I would never. I'm here out of the kindness of my heart, guys. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for fame. You know, I do this to help people. I just like helping people.
If you happen
guys.
to get famous, you know, in the interim, you know, so be it, right?
I just like helping people, guys. I just like teaching. Okay. I don't do this to make money at all. I don't even know what money is. All right. But if you want to use my coupon code BGT at checkout, all major prop firms, you'll get the max discount at all times. Do it now. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
You'll save some of this money people have been talking about.
Yeah, I see GameStop, Marvell. I really wish it was Marvel. John shorting John futures. I'm bullish on. I mean, I'm bullish today too. I've been saying all day I'm bullish. We're too close to all-time highs not to be bullish here. And really, the bulls were right. I just can't hold through the opening bell. We are getting very close to all-time. I'm buying any dip we get. Any dip, I'm buying. Give me the dip. Give me a red candle right now. Give me a red candle.
Just a small one.
Yeah, I don't care. You know.
If it makes you feel any better, John, Marvell was a Marvel character.
Was it like a female version? It sounds like a female version of it. You know.
No, it was like an alien, like shape-shifting alien that came to Earth and was the original Captain Marvel.
All right, guys. So we are green. I'm gonna start to unload some of this. We're at all-time highs. Kind of just scalping this move real quick. Small at the opening bell. Small. We'll add more if it goes in my favor here. It's a longer-term trade, so we can add more if it goes. If we dip more, we might add too. Let me see. We're at all-time highs. There we go. At all-time highs. I'm adding to this. At a certain point, market might get tired of breaking all-time highs, but I don't know if it's going to be today. Come on. I'm going to lower my size a little bit, actually. If a turnaround happens, it's going to happen quick. So, all right. Worst case scenario here would be while I'm in this trade, Iran comes out rejecting that proposal. Worst case scenario here. Risky nonetheless. I should probably set a stop loss of some sort. But we're green here. There we go. Get up there. We're at highs. Come on now. Let's get 29,000 today, guys. 29K.
Do it. Do it. I have a feeling the more of you smash the like button, the closer we'll get to 29,000. That's just my feeling.
I just took more profit off here. We're scalping these moves. Hey, somebody's like, buy now. Are you kidding? Bro, yesterday somebody got mad at me buying, and we ripped up at everybody's faces here, and then I never saw from them again. You know, they disappeared. I'm gonna take some more off. Now we're basically flat. Like I can get out pretty close to break even now if I really want to. I'd love to hold this. We did just tap highs. Let's see if we get over it now. We're right at that high level here.
Looks like we're
there. We go. Yep. Let's see if we get up there. 29,000. Give it to me. It's right here. 29,000. Is right here. Give it to me.
Oh no.
I want 29,000, but I've already scaled out of a lot of this here, and I can be patient for 29K. It's right above where we're at now. I think the market wants it.
Just picture the Rick James meme. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we hold. We're up here. I believe I can buy, guys. I believe I can touch the sky. You know, I believe the market can touch the sky right now.
Think about it every night and day.
That's right. That's it. Right now, every night and day over the last week, I do think about it, bro. All right, guys, we're up there. Let's get the highs. All-time highs, 28,983. We're at all-time highs now. If you're not buying all-time highs, what are you doing? I'm not telling you to buy it. You know, I think we're going to try 90. I think the market wants 29,000.
Stop fighting.
That's a red candle. I'm getting out. I'm getting out immediately. We made money on the trade, by the way, but I'm getting out immediately. I'm actually going to switch accounts here. We got a cushion on this one, but I want to try something on a different one.
You going to short it now?
No, I'm still buying.
think it'll move back up past that red candle. And as I say that,
Like, I'm going to add to this as much as I can. And if I lose on this trade, I will never hear the end of it from that guy.
just put him in timeout.
As soon as he responds, delete it,
Yeah.
We got to contain this, Yeah. I'm already green on this account, by the way. Let's see. All right. Okay. Come on now. Get up there to 29,000. Why are there other people on your stream? Who? It's just me here. What are you talking about, dude? Y'all don't hear anybody else, do y'all?
Are you hearing voices? It's just the one of us.
All right. Yeah. Yes, I am. Film of greatness. I'll go back to the fun. We're just kind of pivoting back and forth. All right, let's see if we go up here. We did rebound from the lows. Is he talking about Brit? I'm pretty sure it's Brett. B-R-E-T-T, Some say Brick, some say Brad.
I'm calling Brick. Some don't. Either way, he's the best.
Yeah, I had Claude make me an intro. If you missed it this morning, I'll show it to you in a second after I get out of this trade. It's pretty funny. Brethany.
That one's just outside the realm like that. That's beyond the pale, sir.
Yeah, well, my daughter would be like talking to boys and stuff, and like I would intentionally say their name wrong every time. I think one of them was like, one of their names was like, I can't remember. It was, oh man, hold on, hold on. One of their names was like Brett or something, and I kept calling him like Braxington, and like I would just make up the most ridiculous names. It got to a point where she had to be like, dude, his name is Brent or whatever. I think that's my job as her dad, to just kind of mess with her about that,
It's okay.
Right, so we're green, but now we're red, and
advisor has it. Iran conflict does not shift primary focus from China.
yeah, that's what I say. The long thesis might get slammed down if Iran comes out rejecting the proposal. I don't think Hassed's moving anything though. Not really.
Because I speak of the pompatus of love. Usually.
Britt believes in a thing called love, guys.
The Steve Miller Band reference.
Yeah. I was referencing, I believe in a thing called love. Something about heart. I don't, yeah.
No, bad song.
That's a great song, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, maybe it was just your rendition. I don't know.
Dude, my rendition was great. I'm gonna get record offers now from me just doing that right here. I'm gonna start selling this. But we are retracing back up nicely. I do like this retracement here. Let's see if it holds. Give me 29,000. 29,000.
Yeah, we
some of
should
you guys
switch
know
up
the
names. Well, my brother's girlfriend would call her Clarissa and Marissa and all kinds of stuff, like anything but her name.
Yeah. Look.
It.
All right, so we're gonna start scaling out of this. Who's the bear now, guys? Who's the bear now?
Oh, look at this big up candle.
Look. I expect to hear from you in 30 seconds. 30 seconds, I expect to hear from you, bro. I'm waiting here. We're waiting here. Who's the bear now? I'm going to take more off of here.
Fighting at 990.
I'm going to take some more off now. Look, I want 29,000. I don't want the break of 29K. I just want the range up to 29,000 here.
And this may be getting greedy, but we're so close. See if you guys can get us to 600. We're at 578.
Bro,
I know we are.
Sorry, Bray, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know that, We keep putting the pressure on you guys. First it was 300, then 4, then 5, but like we're so close. Just see if we can do it.
I'm out here. I'm out of this trade. I just cut it. Yeah, this is what I don't understand about markets here, guys. Okay, let's take a look. NASDAQ breaking all-time highs right now. Who is shorting this, bro? Genuinely, who is shorting this? Here's the NASDAQ right here. Bro, look at the daily chart. Who in their right mind is shorting this short term? This is a daily chart. Every one of these candles represents a day. Who is shorting this right now? Short term. Long term, maybe you could argue a short, a little bit more reasonable. But who is shorting this right now, dude? I don't understand it. Like that's a wild chart. It's easy. Like, look, 29,000. Market wants 29K. Big psychological whole dollar number here. Here's 29,000 right here. I expect us to maybe go up to this level. You know, we either rip past it or we kind of fade back down and reject, and maybe people buy that dip up and we retest it a couple times and then break or something like that. That happens a lot. But who is shorting this type of move here? You know? Like what are y'all doing? Market's at all-time highs, dude. Like, yeah, listen, you want to short over a 6-month or longer period expecting tensions to rise, inflation to rise or whatever. I'm not mad at that. I think you might still be wrong, but I'm not mad at that. But listen, dude, the market has had such a strong momentum. Who's shorting it? Like, the edge is so against you doing that. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Like, unless you're scalping it.
Max at his dumbass.
It's all right. Look, as much as critical as I am today, everybody here knows I've done this.
Oh, dude, we just hit 29,000.
Yeah, there's 29,000. Look,
surging up over it.
Yeah, look at 29,000 break here. So 29,000 21s.
Run.
John, let's be honest, you were trading minis and you were talking about days. Yeah, but the point is, the reason I'm showing you that is to show you that the momentum to break highs is here right now. This is like, and until we get one big catastrophic pullback, which is possible, you got to go with the trend. And the trend right now is obviously up. It's one of the most obvious uptrends we've seen in markets here. And look at the NASDAQ continue to break highs.
29, almost 2940s, 2940s. We hit it.
It's the reason I could wake up this morning when the market was much lower than it is now and say the market wants to rip higher. It's the reason right before the opening bell, I could say, hey, I think the market wants 29,000. You know, I'm bullish. Britt was bullish as well, right? It's a pretty easy bet, all things considered. I'm not acting like a genius for saying it. What I'm acting like is the people that are so pompous about the other side. They're like, why would you buy here? Ugh. Like, dude, what are you talking about? We're at all-time highs, guys. We're at all-time highs. We've been breaking them every single day for weeks and weeks and weeks now.
Even being new to it, I mean, observing long-term trends is part of it.
Right. Like, think about it. I'm not against you if you're bears. But, you know, smarten up is what I'm saying. Smarten up. Ugh. I'm still the bear. Listen, it's all good, Universal Code. I could never be mad at you, bro. I can never be mad at you. You're a made man here. All right, guys. NASDAQ up to 2950s now. 2950s. The real question is, do we rip all the way up to 30,000 eventually? I don't think today, obviously. But
I don't think today. I think it's going to meet resistance and either level out or fall back down some and then level out.
Yeah. The market's against you if you're a bear right now. Yeah, it's pattern recognition.
Although, yeah. Still going green, though.
Yeah, dude, we're flying right now. We're flying. All-time highs on the NASDAQ. Let's get a deeper look at the S&P. S&P all-time highs. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, S&P broke all-time highs today, just now. Got up to 74.12s. Getting back up there now again. S&P broke it during the actual report. NASDAQ over 2960s now. 29,064. Gold rebounding. Bitcoin's still under 80K though, so Bitcoin's the lagger here with all this stuff going on. All right, guys. All right. Listen, you want to help support your boy here on this channel, check out Lucid, check out Apex, check out Tradeify. Tradeify's got some great direct-to-funded accounts too, and I am going to join their cup thingy. Freaking check out Tradeify here today, guys. Look at this.
Are you going to take home the gold, John?
I might, dude. I might. Listen, John from Beginner Trading, the winner. I predict it. You know, not an investment professional, not financial advice. But Tradeify actually really solid direct-to-funded accounts. Like Tradeify, if you look at this, Lightning funded, $207 for Lightning funded, $207. Nasdaq's still flying up here. Wow. Again, if you want to check out Tradeify, link is in the description. Use coupon code BGT. They are an affiliate of mine. I'm biased. I get paid by them, but genuinely useful. Man, market's just not stopping. Where does the market stop? Where? Here's a question for the chat right now. Where is the top in this market? Where is the top? We're gonna switch accounts again and go back to our main one here. Yeah, and this main one that I'm trading is a direct funded Tradeify account. Where does it stop?
It looks like we might be hitting the top, but if this isn't it, I would say I'm just gonna guess it 29,100 ish.
No, what I'm asking people, Robert, is where do we stop? Where's the top in this? Like, where do we stop? I see some people mentioning 29,100. I see some people mentioning 83, 29.83. I see some people mentioning infinity. But where do we stop here? Where do we start turning back down? Because, man, market continues to break all-time highs. NASDAQ up to all-time highs. Once you pop, you can't stop. Yeah, a lot of people say 29,100, which is right here, is the next stop here. 29,100s. So there's 29,100s right there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the Trump administration expressing optimism about an Iran deal, but insists red lines remain, according to Al Jazeera. Yeah. Just 5 companies have added 6 percentage points to the 12% rally of the S&P 500 over, what is that, a 12-month period? Or no, from April 1st to May 6th. I'm not going to short this, guys. 29.90. Wish me luck going short here. Kaiser Soze, Nvidia all-time high. Yeah, this is what's ripping markets up. I didn't mention this earlier, but look at Nvidia. It's not all-time highs. Nvidia all-time highs are 219s. Or is it? I thought it was 219s. So I think, yeah, 219 all-time highs right here for Nvidia. We're really close. It might be all-time highs during market hours, though, right now. So Nvidia might be over all-time highs during market hours specifically, but it's not quite there yet on my end. There's 75. But look at Nvidia here, guys. Nvidia just ramping up right now.
It's like we're hitting our resistance level on the NASDAQ, maybe.
Yeah. Short.
Dude, I thought my air conditioner cut back on its thunder. Jesus.
Yeah. All right, we're down at 29.47. Amazon. I can't drink too much coffee today, bro. Yesterday, like, you know when you drink too much coffee and you're just kind of like jittery, dude? I freaking hate it, bro. So I can't drink all this coffee. And listen, guys, we only need 80 subscribers to break 171,000. So do it now, guys. Do it now. Subscribe. Do it. Nvidia pulling back a little bit here. It might drag the NASDAQ down. Is it time to buy this? I don't know. Not yet for me.
Do it and we'll like you forever. We'll be your best friends.
Oh, I don't know, man. What if I don't like you? You know?
I don't really care because I like me.
All right, guys. I should have bought the dip, maybe. NASDAQ went right down to 29.5s here. 29.5s. Tesla.
Yeah, it looks like it's leveling off.
Yeah, I actually do better work when I don't drink coffee in the morning. I feel better, too. Like, I feel happier without drinking coffee.
Yeah. Because coffee's a stimulant, and when it wears off, you crash.
Yeah. And I'm not one of those guys. Like, my dad can drink, like, 5 cups a day, dude. I'm not one of those guys. NASDAQ, S&P up to all-time highs. We're at 29.75. S&P at 24.10s, right at all-time highs again. NASDAQ just cracked all-time highs again. Still pushing here.
Glad I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, on
Tesla?
my second guess, my first guess, I was absolutely right.
Tesla rocket ship. Yeah, Tesla up to 425s. The Tesla is kind of a rocket ship today with NVIDIA and others. 85's new all-time highs on the NASDAQ here. It's still going. It's still going.
Heck yeah.
We have no dips to buy here.
Yeah, and thank you, Chef. You know, yeah, in the words of John Candy, I like me.
Yeah. Try and buy instead. Yeah, yeah,
Actually, that'd be a what is it? Never sure if it's niche or niche or whatever, but it'd be a niche in the market. Huh? Drunk trading.
yeah. Yeah. John will do it. John will do it. Listen, NASDAQ again. Let's see if we hit 29,100s here. I'm watching that now. 29 ones. Here's a dip though. Let's see if it's dippy enough. All right, we're at 50s here, 50s.
U.S. military attacks tankers attempting to breach blockade.
Yeah, we got that news earlier. Right now, the big news is waiting for a response from Iran.
Not much earlier, because I just got it.
Oh, yeah, I see that just reported too. This is the Wall Street Journal reporting it, though. I'm pretty sure we got some type of news like that a minute ago.
Why in the heck did they put a repeat? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Gonna show the NASDAQ mid 29K. Yeah, we're at 85s here. Here's where everybody thought the top would be in at 100 here, 29 100s. We'll see if we actually hold here, though. We'll see. We'll see. What are we? 25 minutes into the day. Take a shot every time somebody says I should have held. Bro, I'm gonna be saying it too much. NASDAQ getting right back up there, about to maybe test highs again here. Let's put a 1 minute chart up. NASDAQ getting up there. 31,000 for the top. And you must be talking long term though. We're still a ways. I don't think we're gonna hit 31,000 unless a wild thing happens and we just keep on pushing today that high, which that's pretty high up there. 20, you know. Unless we get some type of crazy thing. Unless like maybe 31,000 if Iran comes out there like, yo, look, we'll accept that proposal, deal, done. Then the market might fly even higher. You know, then we could hit 31,000. I don't know if we're going to. It's still kind of ambiguous in terms of whether this is the final end, considering it would include a 30-day negotiation period. But yeah. Clayton, I would reach out to them, brother, and see. I'm not sure about the countries that are allowed. You would have to go reach out to them, brother. So you're saying there's a chance? I mean, there's a chance. It's not a high chance. Nothing's absolute. Only a Sith deals in absolutes, bro. Nvidia pulling back. We're at 217s.
I don't know.
Weekly chart looks
I mean,
possible.
Yoda did say, "Do or do not. There is no try."
Yeah. All right, so here's a dip. There's 50s right there. We're consolidating now in the NASDAQ here. I kind of like 50s, but we are in the higher volume. The point of control is right here. So the point of control is right here now. It's at 60. Hey, shout out to my guy. Win is the laughter. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this guy before. If you look at the weekly chart, it's funny only saying Sith deals in absolutes is in fact being absolute. Only Siths do that, you know. All right, Tesla just ripped over highs again. Nvidia pulling back a little bit. NASDAQ pulling back with us. The S&P here is consolidating around all-time highs. Around all-time highs. Finding support. I'm bullish, but I think it's going to reverse a little before going higher. I'm not mad at that prediction. When is the laughter? I appreciate the subscribe, my friend. Thank you, brother. But I actually agree with you. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thesis. Saying, hey, maybe we pull back a little bit ahead of it, you know, before moving back higher, kind of catch some steam, rebuild some, you know, strength. Yeah, not mad at that at all, dude. Not mad at that at all.
Rebuild the momentum.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. Oh, we do have consumer sentiment today. We have consumer sentiment. Yeah, we do have consumer sentiment. I think it's going to be small movements here, though, from that. I don't, unless it comes in like a really crazy number for University of Michigan consumer sentiment data. We'll keep it up. But yeah, consumer sentiment is supposed to drop in 1 minute exactly right now. What we do get is one of the things you want to pay attention to. These are not the prelim data. Or no, this is prelim consumer sentiment data. Pay attention to the 1 and 5 year inflation expectations by the University of Michigan. It releases in 45 seconds. NASDAQ getting right back up there to all-time highs, though, bouncing exactly at 2950. It looks like we're about to break all-time highs again on the S&P and the NASDAQ. We're up there. We have 30 seconds left. We'll cover the University of Michigan data, although I do not think it's necessarily going to move much here in markets. So, yeah, I do not think it's going to like move things a crazy amount, but we'll see. It drops in 20 seconds. Yeah, we just broke highs, or not quite. Now we're at highs again. We just broke highs again on the NASDAQ. S&P not quite there yet. 12. It's at 10.5. 11s for the S&P. Where's gold? And here's the data release for the University of Michigan. All right, 93s, 94s. There we go. S&P just broke all-time highs. NASDAQ just broke all-time highs. Look at that pop here. University of Michigan data came in lower inflation expectations, 4.5 1 year, 3.4 5 year. Consumer sentiment showed up weaker than expected at 48.2 here, though. And we do have like a little contraction here on the NASDAQ from this. Like, look at the University of Michigan data moving markets. Wholesale inventory should have been 1.3 versus 1.4% expected, and 2.8% for trade sales versus 2.6%. But current conditions came in at 47.8, weaker than expected for sure. And consumer sentiment came in at 48.2, weaker than expected for sure. Interesting how much this data is moving things here. It could just be a pullback from all-time highs. But the University of Michigan data did just come out weaker than expected for consumer sentiment. Inflation expectations were lowered, though. I wouldn't necessarily put too much faith in this stuff, but yeah. Yeah.
It was dropping, but it looks like it's trying to hit some support.
Yeah, I mean, we went up to 133s real quick, though, so we did pop pretty freaking high, like really fast. Probably the market, like usually inflation expectations come out first and the market reacts to that. And they were both lower than they were last time. They were 4.7 1 year. This time they're 4.5% inflation expectations. 5 year were 3.5. Last time they should have been 3.4%. Consumer sentiment was weaker than expected. Noticeably weaker at 48.2 versus 49.7. But yeah. You also have orders going through at 10. So we'll see what happens now. But NASDAQ continues to break all-time highs here, guys. Are you guys red or green on the day right now? Are y'all red or green? Let me know. I'm green on the day and everything. But are y'all red or green today? Let me know in chat right now.
I'm gray.
I believe that. You know. You're always gray, Brett. Green, green, green pretty good. Green, green, red, no trade. I'm neutral. Green, red, deep green. Green in one account. Green. Need AMD to pump more to short it. Green, green and done. Yeah. All right, guys, we're starting to rip up. We're at 112s here. Green, but I was red yesterday. Green. Still red, working on digging myself out. Yeah, that happens. Getting my limo ready. You can't beat my 94 cents the other day, brother. Nobody can. All right, look, we're at 120s right now. 120s. $120s. $3 red. That's all right, Daniel. Or Daniel. Christoph. Green. Hey, my guy. Green. I aspire for the 94 cents. Everybody should. Look at the NASDAQ getting close to all-time highs again here, guys. We're pretty close. All right, guys, look, we're at 119s, 120s. Took a big L on Tuesday, but still green on the week. Nice. Yeah, I took my first L for the month of May yesterday in this account. But we're back green on it today. I'm being a little bit careful trading this, today. S&P at all-time highs too. Yeah, I mean, I think the S&P all-time highs have just been, the level to watch, What a kind of crazy payroll print though, man. We showed up much higher than expected. Nvidia's dipping down to the volume-weighted average price. So, we're over 29. Chat said they thought the top would be at 29,100. Let's see if it acts as support now. Here's 29,100 right here. 29,100 right here. So let's see if that level acts as support. Yeah, I saw the news about Iran weighing the proposal. Hey, later, Matt. Have a good day, my friend. Thank you, bro.
Later, dude.
All right, guys, let's see what we get today. It's past 10 o'clock. Michigan data. Yeah, I want to see if 29,100 holds a support. Let's go into 29,150. We'll attack the 1.272 extension. What are you guys doing this weekend?
Working.
Working? Yeah. Oh, man. Buddy, Matt. Gold today? Yeah, gold is right here. Gold has moved up from this report. Gold kind of moves. I'm surprised Bitcoin dropped as much as it did from the NFP report. But again, you got to think of the logic of like Bitcoin wants easing. And, yeah. Hanging out with friends. Mother's Day. Yeah, it is Mother's Day this weekend. Need to do some work around the house. Might play some Halo. I got to get on that Halo with you, Blaze. I'll play with you, bro. Oh, dude, should I buy this dip again? I think I might. Let's see. Is this American Greed right here? Hold on. Let me switch to my American Greed account.
Happy birthday, Faye. I hope you have a great day.
Like, here's 100s here. We're going to buy this dip at 100s. American Greed. I gotta make 3K in this account, so I mean, I think if there's an account to do American Greed on, it's this one. Alright, we're in. We're in. American Greed prevails here, guys. We're out. We're out. Get up to the highs again, man. Let's keep breaking. It's a wild Friday, dude. It's a wild Friday.
You know it.
Go and see the fam an hour away. Hey, happy birthday, Faye. We're right at that 100s level, though, but market's moving a little different right now. Let's see. All right, let's see if we hold. I mean, we've got an easy exit here. At a certain point, though, buying has to slow,
What size eval is this, John? Feel like you're making some serious progress on it so far today.
I'd say 51. Lucid Flex, or Lucid Pro 50.
Also, we're only 7 likes away from 600. So anybody that hadn't hit it, please hit it. Yeah, we're real close.
I'm looking for
I
28.
would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, do it now. Like, I'm gonna try to do what worked earlier. With that, hold on. Yeah, we need 6. I feel like we got that already, bro. We're at 594, guys. 594. Listen. Hit the like button, guys. Listen.
Peer pressure.
If you're watching right now, and you haven't liked, I'm talking to you right now. Do what you can for this country in this stream, and hit the like button on beginner training.
Wait, who are you talking to, John? Talking to them?
I'm not talking right now. I'm doing it.
Oh, okay.
That's what worked last time for the likes, you know. Dude, what are you talking about, bro? He calls me gay every time I do it, bro. All right. Let's be serious. If it works, guys. Did it? Thank you, Sklee. I knew you would. Yeah, we're up to 611 likes right now. Joking. Happy Friday, bro. Happy Friday to you too, my friend. Thank you, brother. Did y'all see this intro that we did here, guys? Look, Claude made this intro. For those that haven't seen this intro right now, I'm going to show you guys this intro right now. The market's in a little wake of a pullback. Look at this. All right, ready? Claude made me this intro the other day. I had nothing to do with this. You know, I didn't tell Claude anything. I was just like, you know what? Make me an intro. Claude did this.
The show has started. Somewhere between FOMO and regret, it's the BGT show, staring down the market every morning. Your host, the man, the myth, the mildly over-caffeinated legend, John at BGT, and joining him, broadcasting from a secure, undisclosed, totally real location. A beacon of dishonesty, the man that leads John astray, the faceless phantom of questionable fills. Is it Britt, Brent, Brick, Brett? Nobody knows for sure, but we just call him Britt. Strap in, traders. The market is open, the risk is real, and your stop losses are purely theoretical. Britt, we scoff at you. Good morning.
The part where he says, Britt, we scoff at you is my favorite part. Like, it just ends it. It's like, hey, good morning, everybody. Britt, we scoff at you. You know, that's it. So, that is it right now, guys. Blame Claude here. Blame Claude. Claude did it. All right. AI agents are crazy. Blame Claude. He did it. All right. Yeah, that's Lost Boys John. That's Lost Boys John right there. You know, that's John in the movie Lost Boys. You know, next to who's the main blonde vampire? What's his name? I don't freaking. I haven't seen Lost Boys in a while. That's John in Lost Boys.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah.
Hurt you feel attacked? I do. I'm under siege, and the whole chat sees it.
Yeah, it's funny. As soon as I saw it, I laughed. All right. Is this the dip that people were talking about? People say they want to buy this dip, baby. Nice makeup. Can you stream with it? I'll have to give you guys a goal, and if y'all hit that goal, maybe I'll do it one day. You know. Is there anything that's gonna...
John, I'm gonna tell them about your goth phase.
I never had a goth face, you know. I was more, I would say, a preppy skateboarder is what I was.
It's your word against mine. That's all I got to say.
I had my stage where I had some diamond earrings. You know what I mean? Like I had my phases as a young pup. You know, I had my phases.
Y'all, he was a vampire skateboarder.
Carol was the emo. Carol had an emo face. You know.
Totally.
Yeah. Nasdaq's just consolidating down here, though, guys. I had a buddy suit, actually. I do have a buddy suit. I actually have a pink buddy suit from a Christmas store, yeah. It's warm too. Sometimes I throw it on. You know.
I don't blame you. I want one of those adult onesies, even though they look ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my Jinkos and wallet chain face too, Faye. You know, I had my Jinkos and wallet chain. I had some cool Jinkos too. This was before Jinkos were cool again. This was back in the 90s. I had Jinkos. Had a big alien on them. Big wallet chain. You know. I had like the parted bowl cut. Like the parted bowl cut where they push it all to the side. And like you got the little part down the middle. It might be coming back. I don't freaking know. I'm not doing it again. But
nothing new under the sun, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some green jabots. That's what I wore.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm probably going to get on out of here. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything. Again, if you want to help support your boy here in this channel, check out... I don't know if Apex still has the 90% off sale going on. I have to go check. But if you haven't already, guys, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Do it now. We do this live every day for free. We don't sell a course. Don't sell a service. Don't claim to be experts. Everything we do here is free. Actually, you know what? I will trade this eval until I lose it here. No, will I leave or will I go? Too. Yeah, join the Discord, guys.
Follow us on X, all that good stuff. Also, Chef, I would love to see those hammer pants, buddy.
Again, check out Lucid. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel as well. Most day traders lose money. And so if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Here's the link to Lucid if you want to check it out. You can also, again, check out Tradeify. Tradeify's got the cheapest direct funded accounts out of everybody. So they're good too. Check out all the links in the description if you want to help support your boy here in this channel. Stay.
I saw that.
Is this like an encore? You know?
I don't know. If we get enough people requesting it, what do you think?
Yeah, I saw this video on social media and I absolutely agree with it. Before I leave, I'll say this. All right. I saw this video. I absolutely agree with it. What are we doing with encores, bro? You know, like, oh, you're not going to play your two most popular songs. Like, what is this, a joke? Like, you come out there and you demand an encore. You're not going to play your two most, like, probable song or your two most popular songs, bro. Everybody knows you're going to play it. It doesn't matter if one person says encore. Everybody knows you're going to come back out here. It's just theatrics. Like, why are we doing this? Like, get rid of encores. You know, just end it. Just end it, guys. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Y'all be good. Have a great day. No encore for me. Look, I can't say that and then do an encore. I can't do it. Love to everybody at home. Y'all be safe. Have a great weekend, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see what happens. Good luck. Be safe. Be smart.
Have a good one.
Subscribe to the channel. And join the Discord if you want to hang out with us after the stream. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Shout out to you guys. Y'all are the real winners here. And goodbye. I'm personally offended at encores, but yeah.